Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to STSPN presenting the homecoming match of Snohomish taking on Kamiak here at Snohomish High School. My name is Phil Bernard, and I'll be here with you tonight along with Garrett Landry.
How are you doing tonight, Phil?
Doing all right. Been the end of a long week for some. For me, I'm just getting started. We got the band out on the field, dressed up in costumes. It is that time of the year.
So, what you thinking for tonight?
I think tonight's going to be a pretty good match. Both teams coming in. Check their standings again here. Kamiak being in third place and Snohomish is down in fifth. So
middle of the pack teams.
Both middle of the pack teams, both looking to move up in the rankings, get themselves more into contention as the year starts to come down towards the end. So I think it's going to be a close game. I think Kamiak might have the edge. They have a pretty good record so far. They got 4-2 overall.
Both teams coming off big wins last week. Snohomish beating Cascade and Kamiak beating Jackson. So both on a winning streak, which is always great to come in. And on homecoming, you always expect a win from the home side and kind of in a celebratory fashion. Yeah. As we got a nice stage out on the track today. Homecoming court will be at halftime, I'm guessing.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't been in high school in a long time.
So score predictions. What do you think for score? You say it's gonna be a good matchup, and you got Kamiak on the
I'm gonna say
I'm personally leaning more towards Snohomish. I think they put up 35 against Cascade last week, and
it was impressive.
McDaniels had a good performance, so I'm hoping Snohomish can pull it off, just from a homecoming bias kind of thing. And
yeah. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say Kamiak 21, Snohomish 17.
Okay,
it's going to be a close game. We'll see. Yeah, write them down so that we can prove how wrong I am.
So, Phil, Kamiak, what was that?
Kamiak 21, Snohomish 17.
Okay.
It's a close game. I think it'll be a good one. And the key difference, I think, tonight is going to be whichever defense comes out and steps up.
So I'm going Snohomish 28 and Kamiak 21.
Oh, all right, yeah. Pretty
both powerful offenses.
Yeah, I think so. Kamiak taking the field now. They're purple and white. And here comes Snohomish. Home crowd getting loud for their team. Again, homecoming night. Very exciting. I'm enjoying the costumes that I'm seeing in the crowd. There's some pretty good ones.
Yeah, I had to remember it was close to Halloween. I was a little concerned at the fan base when we were walking in.
Vampire outbreak at the school.
You never know. There's a zombie maze locally here, just down the road, a zombie paintball course that we passed by. So you never know if they made their way over.
Could have escaped, infected the student body. You never know.
Let's hope not.
We'd like to remind the cameraman to watch the HDMI cable.
So as the teams are lining up here for the national anthem,
I'd like to just really quickly remind our cameraman to watch the HDMI cable. He's doing a good job out there, though.
Oh, don't touch it. You heard me.
And we got a thumbs up from the cameraman. We are good to go. And we'll pause here for the national anthem, played by the Snohomish High School band.
Cadet Lance Corporal Cameron Leahy, and Cadet Private First Class Rainier Stiles. The band is under the direction of Joe Portman.
nice rendition of the national anthem by the Snohomish High School band.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me, I always forget that they do the Pledge of Allegiance afterwards. My apologies to our listeners.
Just notice how pink the Kamiak cheerleaders were.
Yes, they are wearing all pink. Oh, it looks like just pink shirts. October is breast
But I just
cancer
looked down and
awareness.
I was like, there's a highlighter on the field.
Kamiak in white jerseys today and Snohomish in the red. Be important to take note of for the rest of the game. And cheerleaders wearing pink, as you made note.
Yeah, I'm observant. I'm astute, some might say.
It's important as a color guard leaves the field. So I'm expecting a big game for McDaniels tonight.
Oh, very much so. I mean, he's been a good player all year. His offense around him has struggled a little bit. They've had some trouble getting running games started in a few of their matches. They've had troubles with the defense. Their offensive line hasn't held up in front of him a lot, but he's a very special player. He's been able to make a lot happen on his with his legs.
Yeah, he went 17 for 27 last week with 320 yards in the air and 3 TDs over that win over Cascade. So
3 TDs is always a good stat line. So
yeah, right. I mean, over 300 yards always helps, but I mean, you have three TDs in any game, and you're doing well for yourself.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking. Tonight's game, the biggest thing is going to be whichever defense really steps up and makes those plays. With McDaniels hoping to repeat again like that, and Kamiak obviously trying to slow him down.
I mean, last time we did a game, he's got some weapons out there with Roth and Stitch. Really, and Responte, I remember specifically had a really good game last time we were out here. I think that was Lake Stevens, was that?
That was against Lake Stevens, yeah.
No, didn't go so well for for Snohomish that night.
That was a rough night for him.
Lake Stevens played very well, but Snohomish was able to prevent the shutout.
They were, and that was the game that I came just yards away from my correct prediction for the score, but
which would have been an accomplishment in its own right.
Really would have been. We won't dwell on that. Tonight's a new night.
Yeah, not bitter at all.
New opportunities to be completely wrong.
He's got the teams lining up for the kickoff. Got a good crowd out here tonight, which is exciting to see. I keep mentioning it's homecoming, but
yeah,
student section's overflowing.
Yeah, there's people up in the aisleways. Words are things. Looks like Snohomish is going to be kicking off first here tonight.
One of my favorite parts about October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how each team takes a little pride in sporting a little bit of pink to honor the month. And you can see Lake Stevens all have wristbands on and their cheerleaders have the shirts on, so it's always great to see.
Well, it's Kamiak they're referring to
That's
there.
what I meant to say. Just testing you, Phil.
Bouncing punt or kickoff. Ball's bouncing around. He was able to finally pick it up. Muffed it for a second. Wasn't really able to get anywhere. So a great start and great field position for the Snohomish defense. Pinned him down on about their 11, it looks like, is where they're going to be marking that. Maybe out
Maybe
the
closer
13.
to the 13, yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit of a generous spot, but...
For Kamiak.
For Kamiak.
I should say, as I call them Lake Stevens.
But, yeah, it was... They
are purple. That's
purple.
a good point, producer Todd.
Yeah, it was fortunate there for Kamiak to get away with that and not have to be worse than it was with that muffed catch. Short little pass there out to his left. Ball carried out to about the 19.
Nice hit by Josh Johnson there, the free safety coming up to make a play on the open field. Nice quick play by the Kamiak offense there to get going underway and look to get this offense started early.
Got a lot of time. He's looking. Found someone to the right. That was number 22. We don't have a roster yet, but we will. That is a first down for Kamiak. So, starting out well tonight. Couple of quick plays there, quick throws, and that one
quick first down.
Yeah, we had very quick first down and very long time in the pocket. First running play of the game, a lot of space.
That's a huge hole.
made a couple players miss and just swam around a few of them, pulled a couple guys down with him all the way up to the 45-yard line. So Kamiak coming out guns a-blazing, looking good on these first couple plays.
Oh, it looks like we have a Snohomish player down. That's number 19, Peyton Plucker, the wide receiver linebacker duo. Looks like he's down, favoring his ankle there, right ankle. Hopefully that's nothing too serious.
And that'd be a big loss for Snohomish. Player, as you mentioned, plays both sides of the ball. Senior leader on the team. You never want to see anybody get injured. Looks like he's up and all right, though.
Looks like he's going to shake it off.
Yeah, he's making the way to sidelines under no power, so that's a good sign. We'll keep an eye on him, see if he's able to come back later. Coming into the game to replace him, though, is Cole Bride. As they get ready for this first down. Player in motion. Looks like somebody jumped on the line. See which side it was. It was a false start, so penalty for Kamiak. Moving him back, putting him into long yardage position, but still first down. Second try at that now, so we'll see if they're able to keep their discipline. Setting player in motion, looks like it's the same play. Handoff, but well read. Fake didn't fool the defense at all. Good tackle by 3 or 4 of the Snohomish players who got great penetration.
That was a great penetration. They were winning the battle right there on that play. It looks like it's going to be quite the battle between the different lines here early on.
Absolutely. That was well read and well acted upon from Snohomish. Loss of a yard on the play, so it's now back to the 39-yard line. That's 16 yards to go, 2nd and 16. Got 2 wide right for Kamiak. Maybe looking to go deep here. They do just hand it off again. A lot of running room. Made it back to about the 50-yard line, so picked up some of those yards and put them into a manageable position for their 3rd down.
And that's number 24, Barton, there with the carry.
He's had a couple good runs already so far this game, so it's going to be a big key for the Snohomish defense is bottling him up and not allowing him to get those 6 or 7 yard chunks.
Yeah, that first run he had was, would that go, 12 or?
Yeah, that was a great run. That was big hole. This one didn't go quite as far, but still a good one. Like I said, put him into manageable. It's 3rd and 6. Quarterback dropping back, looking to his right, checks down to his receiver number 2, who makes it about to the line of scrimmage before he is wrapped up and swarmed by Snohomish defense. That was number 2, Indelicado. Sorry about stumbling over his name there. But a great stop from Snohomish.
Huge 3rd down stop. Looks like their offense may be staying out here to be going for it. Right about midfield. That's the coach's decision right there. Is always tough if you're going to go for a midfield or you're going to punt it away. It looks like trusting their offense to pick this 4th down and 5 up.
It's risky. It's aggressive. It's sending a statement coming out. But whoever does succeed on this play, it's a big statement to the other side, big momentum shift early in the game.
Looks like there was some movement early.
That can make a decision about whether or not they go for it again.
And it will be
a false start. So my guess is they're not going to go for 4th and 10, but we'll see. I've, as we've mentioned, been wrong before, and it does look like the punting unit is coming out, though. So good first set of the games, set of plays for the Snohomish defense. Gave up a few yards early, a couple big runs, but did a good job bottling them up, and Kamiak hurting themselves a little bit with those couple false starts.
Yeah, the Kamiak offense really started strong, but Snohomish kind of figured it out pretty quick here and got them stopped here at midfield, which is going to be a huge field position swing.
Low snap there for the punter. High punt, not going very far. So going to come down just past the 30-yard line, about the 27. So pretty good field position for Snohomish coming out for their first offensive
one. They'll mark it there on the 29. So, yeah, not bad field position for Snohomish, and that'll be a nice little start for them and see if McDaniels and the offense can come out and get started.
Yeah, keep rolling the way they did last week. Sometimes that's the type of game you need to get your season turned around and get yourselves back into it. So it is McDaniels under center. Handoff for the first play of the game. Didn't really get anywhere.
That was Johnston in motion coming across.
Keegan Stitch with the ball. Made a move to his right, but couldn't find any room to run and ended up being tackled. Got back to the line of scrimmage, though, so 2nd down and 10. They're going to really need to get him started if they want to have success in this game.
Yeah, I noticed that last game, too. Once they started getting their running game going, they really opened it up for McDaniels to make some openings downfield, really.
Yeah, having that balanced offense and keeping the defense honest and having to cover all options allows for so many more possibilities. Handoff again. Got a couple of yards, but seems like Kamiak's really ready for him and is stuffing the box and just not giving him anywhere to run.
Well, Stitch with the ball there almost looked like he wasn't sure if he was going to get the handoff or not, so he kind of stutter stepped right as he took the handoff from McDaniel and just kind of stood there, and that allowed Kamiak to really fold on him really quick, and there was no openings at that point.
It could have been a bit of a miscommunication there. See if we'll get the first passing play for Snohomish here. And it is McDaniels rolling back to his right. He's got room. He's going to just run and keep it himself. Got a lot of room to run down to the 45-yard line. It's a 12 or so yard play and more than enough for a first down. Excuse me as I stumble over more words here.
You were stumbling like those defenders. No one could bring him down.
Yeah, he got out to the right, and there was no one there to contain him. He had a lot of running room.
Really found the edge and just cut it up on the inside. And I liked how he didn't go down. He kind of embraced the hit.
Yeah, he took that hit. Drops back, throw this time. Throwing over the middle, ball caught.
Oh, ball comes out.
That might be a fumble. He did have it for a while. We'll see what they call it. It looks like they are calling it a fumble and a recovery for Kamiak. That's a stunning blow to Snohomish, who was looking pretty good. And that was a good completion and good yards after the catch, and the ball just popped out when he got hit.
I think that was Johnston there with the reception and fumble. And yeah, he had a lot of running room, and the defender just came up right behind him and punched the ball out. And that's how quick things can turn around here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was aware that he was about to get tackled and didn't have the ball secured well enough, but either way, Kamiak back on the field with the ball. As Alexander, their quarterback, handing it off. More running room. Looking similar to the way they started the first drive. That's the running back Barton, number 24.
He's running very well tonight. He's got a low center of gravity there and running north and south and just kind of getting it going and not really focused on the defenders and just running through anything that gets in his way.
Yeah, those couple of plays that he has had that success. The offensive line for Kamiak has done a good job of opening up those holes for him and allowing him to get a few yards down the field before he's touched.
Got an early flag here on the play. Might be a legal motion. Oh, offside. Oh, no. Sorry, that is an illegal motion, I believe.
So another penalty on Kamiak. It's a third of the game already. They've really started piling those up. Discipline has got to be something they work on as the game continues. Sending a player in motion again. Seems to be a formation that Kamiak liked. Running a screen out to the side. He's got good protection from the other receivers. Down across the 50-yard line, past the 40, staying in bounds. Looks like there might have been holding, but we don't see a flag.
That was number 23, Hamilton, there with the reception, the senior, the 6'2 senior.
He had a great run. There was good blocking down the field. That looked like number 2 again. Indelicate was maybe holding his defender, but the referee didn't see it that way, so the play stands. It's a first down for Kamiak on the 37-yard line.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties here with the video, but hopefully you can still hear us, and we'll do our best to explain what's going on here.
Our producer's going down to see if he can figure out what's up with the camera and our camera card here.
Wouldn't be an STSPN broadcasting without a little fun, I'd say. We always seem to figure it out, though.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Second down. Second and 11. Got 3 men in the backfield. Wide ball is handed off.
Barton with the carry.
Again. So you see these plays, it's either Kamiak's offense is giving him a huge hole or Snohomish is doing a good job of getting bottled up. So it's a pretty even battle so far between those two. There's just been a couple opportunities for Barton where he's really capitalized and got
the
some
runs
good yards.
he is getting away with, though, are significant.
Absolutely.
So if they can really scale those back a little bit.
Even though that was a 4-yard gain, so nothing shabby. Two runners in the backfield again. Running, it looks like the same play, but another false start.
Really
Kamiak,
sloppy by Kamiak here to
really
start the game.
Yeah, they've just been shooting themselves in the foot. You could see it. It looked like almost the entire offensive line jumped. I don't know if there was just a miscommunication about what the snap count was or what, but costly penalties keep putting them in these bad situations. It's now 3rd and 12.
That's the 4th penalty on Kamiak there.
It's putting them in much harder situations than they need to be. This time Alexander throws, wide open receiver.
Hamilton with another big play for Kamiak.
Got down to the 20-yard line, so they, even with the long 3rd down, they were able to convert. First down now from...
That was a nice route run by Hamilton, just a little hitch route there onto the right and made something out of nothing.
Yeah, it didn't seem like anybody really picked him up, and he had the room and made a good run after the catch.
Yeah, it didn't look like the linebacker stepped over to cover that or the safety. It was just kind of running in open space.
Good run here. Pushing his way forward, pushing the pile a little bit. Down just short of the 15, probably about to the 16-yard line. And it looks like Kamiak's been running similar formations and then running a different play out of it. And on that last one for that first down, I think that might have just confused Snohomish. They were ready for the run play and weren't expecting that pass over the top.
Really smart play call by the coach there.
This time they've got 4 wideouts, empty backfield. Handed off to number 2, running to the left, got some room. Smaller frame, but still pushing the pile. It's still going. Play has not been called dead. Looks like it was brought down just short of the goal line. That was Indelicato again.
Indelicato really having a strong game so far for Kamiak, and his line there just pushing the pile, and we're about to get it in, but looks like the ball will be marked here at the 1. So
yeah, it's a good 1-2 punch they have in the backfield there. Barton and Indelicato. Very different builds, very different style of running, as we've already seen. This time it looks like Alexander kept it himself and will find his way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Kamiak up 7-0 with about 3.5 minutes left on the clock. 6-0, yes.
Waiting on the extra point.
There is the extra point. That is correct. I got excited, got ahead of myself.
I like that quarterback sneak call. It's just a quick line up real quick and just punch the ball in. It looked like the Snohomish line wasn't set yet, and so they were able to just kind of squeeze it in there and really didn't meet much resistance there.
Yeah, nothing fancy, but it works. Snap is off, kick is up.
And it's good.
Kick is good, so now it is 7-0 Kamiak. And we'll be right back after this break. And welcome back. Snohomish lining up to return the kick. They've got both Keegan Stitch and Josh Johnson back to return it.
Nice offensive drive there by Kamiak, and really doing both with the ball, just running and passing. When their running game got stopped, then they pulled out a passing play and found something over the top. So exactly what you want to see out of the Kamiak offense if you're a Kamiak fan. You look for Snohomish here to clean up that defense, and kind of those couple pass plays there that got him over the top would get that marked better, and you're better off going forward.
There was just a few big plays for Kamiak, and capitalizing on that unfortunate turnover for Snohomish. They were looking good coming down.
Drive,
it really was, and came to an unfortunate end from their perspective, but we'll see what they can do now. As Johnson with the ball. Good return back out across the 30, so good starting field position. It was about actually where they started last time, so.
Let's see if they can start the drive the same way, and hopefully let's not finish it the same way they did.
Yeah, that would be most unfortunate for them.
Strong start by Kamiak, and hoping for an equally strong start from Snohomish here. Try to get this crowd behind them and excited and channel their inner costumes to help propel their team on the field.
Have some fun with that, at least. McDaniels kept it himself, thrown into the hands of Riley Responte. Thrown pretty hard, but looked like it was a catchable ball. Just wasn't ready for it, and it bounced off his hands.
I think he was running with it before he actually caught the ball, which happens sometimes. Some nerves. That first catch of the game is always a little touchy, and looks like he couldn't come away with it, and hope he can get it back next time.
Daniels handing the ball off this time. Good, well-read play there from Kamiak, stopping him in the backfield.
Not much there for the running back.
No, there really isn't. There's offensive line is not really opening up any holes for him. It's an unfortunate. Stitch, as we mentioned, one of the keys to the Snohomish offense.
And that was Barton for Kamiak, playing both sides of the ball again. And as a fellow running back, it looks like he read that play well and sniffed it out.
Yeah, he did a good job there. Daniels dropping back to pass. He's got time. Throwing out to his receiver. And again, another drop. This time by number 27, Keegan Stitch, the running back, and just hit him again right in the hands, and an unfortunate drop.
So now they're going to have to punt after a really disappointing drive. You thought they had a couple of plays there that were well designed and men were open, and two huge drops and a well-read running play by the defense that didn't amount to anything. A net gain of -1 yard. So
that's not what we were hoping for out of Snohomish, but McDaniel showing his skill getting the ball to the receivers. Good bounce there for the punter. Down to the 24-yard line, which is where Kamiak will take over again.
Yet again, always highlighting that McDaniel does both quarterbacking and punting, so it's always good to see that versatile, and got a very generous bounce there, and looks like it'll be spotted, on the 24th?
Yeah, right about there, and Kamiak's third offensive possession of the game, so a lot of time for the Snohomish defense to be on the field so far.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Another penalty. This is on Kamiak. That'll be their fifth, and it is another false start. So something is going on with the communication between the offensive line on Kamiak, and really been costly for them so far. They were able to overcome it on their second drive, and they scored that touchdown, but it's not the way to win football games, is backing yourselves into corners.
No, it looked like the lineman just jumped there a little early when he saw his receiver coming across. And I think that's the third time they've done that, where the receivers come across from the outside and the lineman gets a little excited and jumps.
Ball handed off. Just Barton, running to his left. But again, well read from Snohomish, getting him down in the backfield. A 6-yard loss.
Nice stop by number 76 there, Nathan Hall.
That was a great tackle, well read, and followed him out wide. Didn't allow him to get anything. I mean, it's a huge loss. A couple-yard loss. I guess it's not huge.
Huge from where they're positioned. And you're at 2nd and 16 on your own 16, 17-yard line here. So Snohomish looking to pin him back here. They might be coming with the blitz, really crowding the line of scrimmage there.
Shut pressure, and they do send it. Good running, though, finding openings and just bouncing off of players and staying on his feet. He's still getting yards. That's Indelicato, getting almost down to the first down. It looked like he had nothing there. And with such a small frame, the fact that he was able to get so much forward after that first contact.
I think he got touch the first time back at about the line of scrimmage.
He really did, yeah.
The original line of scrimmage, I should say, and he somehow found an additional 10 yards there. Oh, 9 yards, I should say. That was an impressive run.
That was a really impressive run.
He does not look like he would bounce off tackles like he does, but can't bring the little guy down.
He kept on his feet, and he did get good blocking down the field. Helped open up some things, and he's able to make the most of it.
He's only a 5'8 junior, 150 pounds, so he's not a big guy.
No, it is pretty small for the running back.
Kamiak's going to call a timeout here.
So Kamiak, after again putting themselves in a rough position with that penalty, gets themselves out of it and into a real short third down.
Going from 2nd and 16 to 3rd and 1, that's definitely ideal.
Yeah, it was a great run from Indelicato, getting themselves out of that. So, short play here, taking a timeout.
I like the timeout call, just kind of get the team back together. I mean, couple really sloppy penalties on this drive and throughout the game so far. I mean, the first 11 minutes of the game, we already have 5 penalties on Kamiak, none for Snohomish so far. And I mean, in a hostile environment at Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Snohomish, you can't have 5 penalties here in the first quarter and expect to come out here with a win. You are leading the game right now, but you got to clean that up if you want to come out of here with a win.
It's something the coaching staff wants to address.
And I'm sure that's a good portion of this conversation that's being had in that huddle down right now.
Like I said, at this point, with each time, it seems like it's almost the entire offensive line who's jumping. So coming out, maybe addressing that, figuring out what the communication issue is.
They're almost doing too much with the receivers in motion. Let's just have the receivers stand still, run just normal routes, and that might help out the offensive line.
So they're just going to do a run right up the middle. Barton hit. I don't know if he got there. It didn't look like it to me. We'll see where they spot it.
That's a huge penetration there by Snohomish's defense.
That is, but it does look like a favorable spot for Kamiak, so it will be a first down.
That's a very favorable spot. I didn't think he got enough there on the run, and ref's very generous with the away team here, and see what Kamiak can continue to do with his drive. See if they can be penalty-free going forward.
That'll be definitely a key. Alexander takes the snap, hands it off again. Barton getting a few yards there. Another good run for him. Just chipping away, and as we've seen, he's broken a few big ones. Snohomish doing a good job of bottling those up.
It's almost better to assume that he's coming down, so try to prevent him to get maybe 2 or 3 instead of having those big plays kind of add up on you.
You don't want to be too cautious with that, though. That's how they got burnt on that second drive, where it seemed like they were prepared for the run and had the box stacked, and Alexander just simply went over them.
And we are
end of the first quarter. Score is Kamiak 7, Snohomish 0. We'll be right back after these messages.
Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
And we're back as the players are returning to the field to get the second quarter started.
Oh, they got a t-shirt cannon down there, the cheerleaders do. That's what they're shooting the t-shirts out of. I didn't even notice that.
Wow, that's impressive. I haven't seen a high school with one of those. There's also some candy being flung up into the stands.
Those t-shirt cannons aren't cheap. I'm impressed.
Pulling out all the stops for homecoming. Oh. It seems to be malfunctioning.
And of course, they aren't cheap, but they aren't reliable either.
Kamiak on their second down here. Alexander keeps it under pressure, but gets it down the field. Good vision and well read under pressure. Ball down the field to number, looks like that was 34. 84, sorry.
Number 84, Schubert there.
Great possession for him. Found himself some room.
Big Schubert, I should say. The tight end, wide receiver, 6'4", 215.
It's a big kid. Ball thrown out wide this time. Nowhere to go, but able to push himself forward before being dumped to the turf.
Really upended over there. That was Hamilton with reception.
Good job from Snohomish. Defense staying disciplined and getting on him and making that open field tackle. They did a good job making sure they wrapped him up and not allowing him to get any additional yards. Alexander looking to his right this time. Hit right as he caught it, though, was number 16, Merkley. So good catch. Good job coming down with the completion.
First catch of the game by Merkley there. He's been doing well. Oh, they got the T-shirt cannon going and almost just made it up to our press box.
Was an impressive shot.
Well, I looked to my right and all of a sudden I just see a flying object coming up the stands. I'm glad everyone's okay over there. I think they cleared all the fans and got it up almost to where we were.
Third and short here for Kamiak. Ball handed off to Barton, who has room and enough for the first down. Kamiak doing a good job of disguising their plays and mixing it up. What can you tell us about the Kamiak offense there, Garrett?
Yeah, I was just looking at the stats for this year so far, and it looks like Indelicato is averaging 82 rushing yards per game. So
that's impressive.
Actually beating out his teammate there, Barton. I would expect that Barton would have more yards, but I'm guessing with what we've seen out of Indelicato so far that he bounces off a lot of tackles and able to make a lot of guys miss. So it's impressive so far, and it's probably why he's averaging 82 yards a game. I think that was a penalty actually in the favor of Kamiak there for the first time tonight.
First one of the game. Yeah, both of those running backs, though, looking real good so far for Kamiak. Both getting work so far. Alexander under center this time. Hands it off to Indelicato, who's got some room to the right, but doesn't able to make anything of it.
A flag coming in on the far side.
I guess that might be a holding call just from where it was. Ref's having a little chit-chat about it.
I think you're certainly right. I think it's going to be a holding call, and it is.
It is on Kamiak, so backing them back up.
Costly 10-yard penalty for him.
Was first and 5. Now it's going to be, let's see where they move it back to. So
it'll be first and 15.
Yeah, there we go.
So yet again, a promising drive that you think they're doing well at, and then they always just seem to find a penalty to make it harder for themselves.
They just want those extra yards for their offense, I guess.
Is that how it works?
Indelicato in motion. Alexander with a lot of time. Does go to Indelicato, who is able to scoop it up. Bit of an errant pass, but a lot of room. Able to find who was right.
Ball comes out.
Not sure who came up with it. Looks like Kamiak may have gotten lucky. This could be big.
Team signaling both ways. Not sure which way yet. And Kamiak will maintain possession of the ball.
So lucky break there for Indelicato, who did a great job. He's a great improvisational runner as we're watching him here. Had him
in the open field there. He had about
left
5 guys in front of him and makes a quick cut to the right and found a big hole, but almost cost himself a fumble there.
Well, Kamiak now does have it. It's on the 18-yard line.
Hamilton in motion.
Gets it out to him. He's got room. He stiff arms, though. Nowhere to go. He's wrapped up, but he might have fallen forward for enough. Referee looks like he's spotting that right at the first down marker.
That was a huge stiff arm there on Ty Roth. Kind of lifted him up with the stiff arm and kind of set him down.
Couldn't see who that was for the Snohomish defense. Did a great job of reading that and getting out there. And he did stop him short of the first down. So 3rd and 1. Another quarterback sneak. Alexander keeping it himself. And looks like he probably got enough. Hard to tell with the pile there, though.
Looks like they might be bringing in the sticks to. Oh, no, they won't bring in the sticks. They say it's enough for a first down.
So Kamiak doing exactly what is needed. Had success with both of their quarterback keeps so far. Gotten the yards they needed and seemed to be overcoming those penalties pretty well. Snohomish defense really got to capitalize more on those situations when they are presented with them.
I mean, it's 2 long downs there for Kamiak so far in this game, and they've been successful in converting them.
Ball pitched back to Delicante, who looked like he was getting wrapped up. Now he's going back around the other way.
Oh, a huge stop there by number 86. That was Gavin Bullock.
That was a great play. Delicante stopped while running to his right. Coming back to his left. Looked like he was going to break something, but good open field tackle there.
It's one he's probably kicking himself over. I mean, you do try to cut it back to get those yards back, but you don't cut it back that far. I mean, he ended up losing more yards than they were at. I mean, it's now 2nd down and
19 to go. That's a 9-yard loss on that play. You got to make sure you're not running too far backwards there.
Hamilton in motion again.
Alexander keeping it. Steps up into the pocket. Overthrowing his receiver. That was the tight end again, Schubert.
Looks like a little bit of incidental contact. The ref's going to wave it off.
I think it was a good no call.
Now Alexander for Kamiak has been averaging 219 passing yards per game, so he's not afraid to air it out like he did right there for Schubert. And he is their leading receiver, so they seem to have good chemistry when they work together well, and we'll watch that as that develops as the game goes on.
Absolutely, and Alexander there stepping up. He was under pressure, Snohomish getting good pressure on him, found just enough time to get the ball off and maybe rushed it a little bit. Ball came out a little wobbly, went a little too far. Just now 3rd and 19.
And another false start, and that one was on number 74. I think they're on the edge for Kamiak. Their 7th penalty of the game. I think that's their 4th false start penalty.
And it's getting up there. There's a lot of them. So we'll now have 3rd and 26. And Kamiak will take a timeout.
Interesting math there by the scoreboard operator.
Yeah.
It was 3rd and 19, and now it's 3rd and 26. I'm not sure exactly how
I believe that should be 24.
How that 5-yard false start penalty adds up to 26, but you never know.
We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back when the game resumes. And we're back. Kamiak with the long 3rd down.
Long.
Oh, you just had to one-up me. Alexander throwing it down the field, though. Good tip.
That was number 86 yet again. Gavin Bullock coming with a huge play.
He's been playing well over on that side. It looked like it was going to.
Schubert had the steps on the corner there, and he surprised me there, Bullock. I didn't think he was going to get a finger on that ball, and if he doesn't get that finger on that ball, I think that's a touchdown there for Kamiak.
Oh, well, at least the first down. There was the other defender there, but big stop puts Kamiak in a pretty tough situation. It does look like they're going to go for it, though. At this point,
I guess leave your offense on the field and try to get something back.
Too short to punt, too long to kick. Delicante in motion. Alexander keeping it. A lot of time dropping back.
Tipped at the line.
So good defensive stop there from Snohomish. That's what you wanted to see out of him there, was a couple of those big plays, stopping Kamiak's big plays.
That was number 61. Looks like Jess Harris got his hand on the ball there and was able to deflect it. Kamiak had a receiver downfield. I don't think it was going to be enough for a first down, but it might have gotten a little chunk of yards back.
But as it stands, Snohomish taking over at the 34-yard line. Great starting field position. 33, excuse me.
This will be their third time starting about this spot in the field. Let's see if they can learn from their previous 2 drives and get it further down the field and get some points on the board. I mean,
I'd like to see them get that tied up in this first half here. Ball thrown just out of reach of Stitch.
he had Stitch there on a little out route and just happened to overthrow him just out of reach.
Yeah, just out of his fingertips there. And well, unfortunately, it looked like he had some room to run. Second down. Player in motion. McDaniel keeping it himself, but Kamiak not being fooled at all and wrapping him up in the backfield.
There is a flag.
There is a flag thrown. Not sure who that was going to be on. I didn't see anything.
Looked like it was the center ref there, and guessing it's going to be a holding penalty.
A costly penalty for Snohomish. It does look like they are backing up.
It is a holding penalty on Snohomish. So their second penalty of the game.
It's not what you need when you're trying to get yourself back into it. Snohomish seems to be doing one of those 2 steps forward, 2 steps back sort of situations this game. Good defensive stop and then come out, put yourself in a rough situation. See if they can follow Kamiak's lead and work their way out of it. Good screen route, but not getting much out of it, only a couple of yards. First completion of the game, though, that might be enough to galvanize them and get them started.
I like the look there by the Snohomish offense and kind of run the quarterback out to the far side and have him throw back on his back foot to the other side and get a little screen play upfield, but looked like Kamiak kind of sniffed it out, but the offensive line really never got set for the screen, so it was kind of blown up from the beginning.
Empty backfield here for McDaniel. Rolling out to his right, looking down the field, scrambling back to his left, nowhere to go. He looks like he'll be wrapped up, and that is sacked.
A huge sack by the Kamiak defense there. Well marked, well covered downfield by the Kamiak secondary.
There was nowhere for him to go and just ran out of options and time.
It looked like he might have tried to scramble there, and I thought he almost had an opening, and that closed up real quick.
It really did. And now they're...
Good pursuit by the Kamiak defensive line.
Going to have to punt the ball again. Like to see the offense in the field a little longer, keep the pressure off their defense. Good punt from McDaniels. And another nice bounce.
Oh, he got a very generous
Very nice bounce. It's still going. Down to about the 25-yard line. About 5 minutes left in the half, 5.5 minutes left in the half. So far, a pretty low-scoring game. Only had the one. For those of you just joining us, Kamiak is up 7-0.
On a nice quarterback sneak by Alexander, their quarterback, earlier in the first quarter.
And capped off a very impressive drive.
Not much offense since then by really either team.
Now, Kamiak on the last drive had a pretty good drive going, but Snohomish did a good job tightening up at the end there.
And then costly penalties.
And costly penalties. Alexander with a lot of time again. High pass down the field.
Just to the fingertips of Hamilton there.
He's trying to toe the line, make sure he stayed in bounds, and just wasn't quite able to come up with it. It would have been a pretty impressive play, really.
Yeah, it was really a little stop and go and fake the cornerback there, and nice pump fake by Alexander.
Yeah, no harm putting that ball down the field, seeing if his receiver can come up with
really
something.
Put it the only place his receiver could catch it, so
yeah,
eliminate the potential risk of any interceptions. That's nice to see, nice throw by Alexander there.
And if he does come up with it, that's a good gain.
Yeah, really.
Second down here. Alexander with time again.
Oh, huge.
Plays right through the middle, unblocked. Number 19 for the Snohomish defense.
That's Peyton Plucker, I believe. The middle linebacker just coming up untouched up through the middle, and quarterback never saw him coming. Alexander had no chance, and lucky he didn't fumble that ball away. A huge sack to put Kamiak back inside their own 15, 3rd and 19 here with under 5 to go.
I like that call, the delayed blitz. Found a hole and got through, and that was early in the game. Plucker went down with what looked like an ankle injury. It looks like he's shaking off any effects of that. It was a great speed burst to get to the quarterback there. Looks like he's lining up to go again. Alexander does get it off to his right. Short gain.
Almost getting away there, Hamilton, but
He had his ankle, did a good job holding him up. That's number 21 for Snohomish.
that's Brandon Jodok. So 4th and 16 here. Might see our first punt, maybe?
Well, they punted the one other time. So a second punt. Not the position you want to be going for it on 4th down. On the wise thing and just punting it away.
Pretty good punt.
Ooh, bouncing dangerously. Almost bounced off a Snohomish player as he was blocking there.
Ball will be marked just on the other side of midfield. It looks like it'll be on the 49 of Snohomish.
Snohomish got to capitalize in one of these situations where they're getting these great starting positions.
Looks like the play call will be Batman, so they're going to channel their inner comic book hero.
The Dark Knight.
Will rise again. Let's see if they
It
can.
is a Dark Knight, so
It
I
is
feel that's appropriate.
I just want to say no. Maybe it'll work.
All right, we'll try it. We'll try it on this play.
To ourselves.
What?
Producer nixed that real quick. So we got a timeout here by Snohomish. They'll have 2 remaining. Kamiak with 1 remaining here in the half with 3:35 to go. Kamiak up 7-0, visiting Snohomish here on homecoming night.
And once again, we'll be right back when play resumes.
Your dreams evolve, and with committed support, they thrive. American Family Insurance.
And we're back. Players taking the field, just commenting on the homecoming court, beginning to line up on the sideline.
And all the families taking their selfies in the field. Can't help but notice that. Gotta love to see the dads performing the selfies.
Got to be proud out there. Everyone's looking good in their fancy attire. Ball thrown down the field. McDaniels with a completion. He breaks the tackle. That's going to be a touchdown for Snohomish. Tie game.
That's a huge touchdown for Snohomish.
6 points for Snohomish, 6-7. Now that was
number 30, Cole Bride.
Cole Bride, the 4th receiver with a great play. Got open, made the tackle miss, and had nobody there to stop him. Found his way easily to the end zone.
Uh-oh, there is a flag.
Oh, there's
now.
a flag.
And you hope this isn't on Snohomish here. What a huge momentum swing, and could be a huge play to get them back in this game. Let's hope Batman is on their side. There's Phil.
I was excited for him. We'll see what happens here. Oh, and it does look like he's talking to Kamiak, though, so.
And it is a touchdown.
There we go, 6-7.
It will be a personal foul on Snohomish, though.
Must have come after the play. It looks like it's going to be a long extra point attempt.
They might assess it on the kickoff. We'll see what they do here.
Yep, they are moving back down. So we'll be.
So they'll assess the personal foul on the kickoff. So huge play by Bride there. I got distracted by the dads taking selfies that I missed that play develop. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right, I got you. The first real big explosive play from Snohomish. Looks like they might be going for 2. And they are. McDaniel with the ball. He's keeping it himself and running to the right. Gets hit by a player, falls forward almost with a touchdown, but there is a flag down again.
The play might not even count. It looks like the ref was trying to blow the play dead.
And it was a false start for the offense. Let them move him back a little bit further.
The 4th penalty of the game.
A lot of penalties so far in this first half. But a real quick possession for the Snohomish offense there.
That's a huge play over the top. I gotta love to see that if you're a Snohomish fan and get themselves back in this game. I mean, if they convert the 2-point conversion here, then they are leading with 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the first half. As you can see, the homecoming court in the background of your screen, marching along the track.
Player in motion. McDaniel keeping it again, rolling to his right. Doesn't see any opportunity, so he's just going to keep it. Fighting the pile, and it's going to be held short. So it's not the result they were looking for.
Peyton Plucker was wide open in the back of the end zone. He had snuck behind the defense. Everyone was going to the right, and he was jumping up and down, waving mad. And the quarterback just didn't see him. Plucker with that huge defensive play and was hoping for a huge 2-point conversion there, and the quarterback just never saw him.
It was a brave call for Snohomish. Didn't pay off. Keeps them down by a point, so it's now 6-7.
Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite him here.
You'd hate to see the game come down to a single point like that. That would be exciting, though. A 1-point game.
That's true. Neither one of our predictions count for that, so
it's probably going to happen then.
So promising drive there by Snohomish to.
That was much better, yes.
To claw their way back in the game as Panthers. No.
No, I'm not giving you that one. That was. You hurt me sometimes, Garrett. It hurts.
Jokes aren't that bad. If the audience were here, they'd appreciate it. They'd recognize the pure humor in the.
The audience were here, they would leave, Garrett.
Thanks, Todd.
But either way, as you just mentioned, the Snohomish Panthers going to be taking the kick.
Let's get back to football here. Not my personal pride. That's long gone. So with that 15-yard penalty, they'll be kicking from the 25 here. Just get as much as he can here on the ball.
Down to about the 30, picked up off the bounce, room to run. The
huge hole there for number 5 for Kamiak, and looked like he was going to take off and take it to the house, but
Zach Marshall doing a good job of wrapping him up, making sure he didn't get anything else.
I think that was a touchdoan-saving tackle right there. There was green grass or green turf, I should say, in front of him, and I think he could smell it.
Yeah, and he really did a good job making sure the ball bounced and timed it well so he could get a good run on it, and lowered his shoulder and delivered a pretty hard hit to Marshall there as he did.
So let's see what this Kamiak offense can try to get some points on the board and take a little bit larger of a lead in the halftime here.
Clean up those penalties. They'll give him a good shot. Ball pitched out to Indel Conte, who is hit in the backfield. It stays up, able to find his way back to the line of scrimmage again. Doing a good job after contact. It just seems like people aren't able to wrap him up.
For a second there, he stopped mid-track and almost looked like he was going to pull the ball up to throw it back towards Alexander. I was quite scared for that, but he kind of held on to it and took what was probably going to be a 3 or 4 yard loss and turned it into a no gain, which I guess is good. Yeah, good in that outcome.
No, but again, doing a good job, just not going down. He's a slippery runner. Snohomish showing pressure and then backing off. Alexander dropping back, throwing down over the middle. Ball is caught and run for the first down.
Taking advantage of that zone defense there, just finding the holes. Number 16 there, Merkley.
Second catch of the game, looking good. Had a
run to the open space and
good open space, and
wait for the quarterback to find him, basically.
Yeah, and then he found some extra room and got a few extra yards. Got the first down, and Kamiak now in Snohomish territory again.
Simple throw and catch there, basically.
Like to see a little bit of tighter coverage from the Snohomish defense, secondary. Alexander with a quick throw out to Indelicante, who catches it and has some room down the sideline, makes a player miss again. We're being wrapped up by multiple Snohomish players down at about the 35-yard line. Just keep being impressed by those extra yards that he's able to get after it looks like the play should be dead, and you can pretty quickly see how he's able to average as many yards as he does.
It's always great when your running back can be both a good runner and a good receiver, and Indelicato is really showing that he possesses both those talents.
And a dangerous weapon. This Kamiak offense in their purple and white. Alexander looking to his right, didn't see what he liked, goes back to him. It's Indelicante again, who's got the first down, stays on his feet after getting his jersey wrapped up, but...
It looked like it was almost a horse collar there. I'm surprised there was no flag thrown, but Indelicato stayed on his feet there and I guess maybe prevented the flag from coming out, but it was able to pick enough for the first down.
That was an interesting play to watch develop. Alexander looking to his right, didn't see what he liked, stepped up into the pocket, it collapsed on him, and then went back to his right to Indelicanto again.
Great move on the outside there, just making that one-on-one coverage and made that defender miss and was able to get enough for that first down.
Just about a minute and a half left here in this half. Alexander looking to his left, got a lot of time. Still got time, throwing down the field. There is a flag thrown. Looks like it's probably going to be holding.
Good coverage downfield by Snohomish, and
That was better from their secondary there.
keeping Sherbert under wraps there. It looked like they went to go his way and had almost they had one guy on him and then a couple safeties in the area just in case.
They had that very well read. And we'll see what the penalty is. It is, looks like it was a holding. Moving Kamiak back another 10 yards. Trying to figure out exactly how many yards Kamiak has lost so far on these penalties, and it's been quite a few.
At least 50 so far.
Kamiak, Alexander Williams,
the
ball gets
out.
popped out. It is recovered from by Snohomish. Ball on the 46-yard line.
That was number 44, Ray DeStefano, with the fumble recovery there.
Alexander's getting caught from behind. Wasn't prepared at all, blindsided, was bringing the ball up to throw it and just got swatted out of his hand as he was tackled.
I thought he was going to elude that there, and yet again, we see Batman being called on the sideline, so this is a good sign here for Snohomish.
That's a big momentum shift. Kamiak was looking to close out this half and perhaps get another score, add to their lead, but Snohomish taking over again in great field position with enough time to really do some damage here.
Minute 10 here to go in the half, and according to their last drive, they shouldn't need much.
Daniels rolling to his left. He's got room. He's just going to keep it himself. Gets enough for the first down. Stays in bound. A couple of Kamiak players went to tackle, and he just went around them.
Looks like he got just enough for the first down there and got out of bounds, so the clock will stop with a minute and 2 seconds here to go in the first half.
Great awareness from the quarterback, making something out of that. Didn't see anything down the field he liked. Had some room. He took it. McDaniels. More time this time, running a screen. Ball caught by Stitch, who gets about 5 or 6 yards before going out of bounds again.
Looks like he may have stepped out a little sooner than that, so it will be a 4-yard gain here. So 2nd and 6 coming up.
You mentioned plenty of time still.
The offense is really coming alive.
Well, it is McDaniel going out of the shotgun as usual. Rolling to his right, he's got room, but he's under pressure. Thrown as he was hit. The ball is completed to number 24. That's, who is it? 24 is Josh Johnston. Got open, and what a throw from McDaniels, throwing as he was being brought down.
It looks like Snohomish will call their last time out of the half here, so with 49 seconds to go.
We'll take a break, and as usual, be right back. Welcome back. Snohomish driving here, threatening to score right before the end of the half.
McDaniel looking downfield.
Throws down the field, high pass, dangerous one. Caught by Stitch, brought down in the end zone. Great completion, going up to get it.
How did he catch that? I can't even believe that. Looked like McDaniel just kind of threw up a little prayer of a throw, and Stitch coming down with the ball just kind of held back. The quarterback just looked like he was a little far out of position and came down with a huge catch. The sideline just about erupted, almost stormed the field, not realizing that they were going to get penalized for that. Yeah. Holy moly here.
So score is now 12-7 Snohomish.
Here on homecoming, this crowd is getting exactly what they came for. Huge play there.
Great play from McDaniel, again, sort of making something out of nothing. He was being chased around in the backfield.
Really risky throw to throw up. I mean, easily could have been intercepted and got the reception. Keeping it himself.
Made it into the end zone, this time completing the two-point conversion. The score is now 14-7 Snohomish.
So missing that two-point conversion earlier looks like it won't hurt them going forward.
Yeah, they got that back on that play there and capitalized on the turnover that was created by the defense, doing what they've got to do.
Even better, that means our predictions now have a chance again.
Well, yours does.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
Well,
to me.
The chance of me being right was pretty small to begin with.
Well, if you ask my girlfriend, I'm never right, so I think we're...
I agree with her there. Still 41 seconds left on the clock. That was only a 30-second possession there.
They didn't need much time, really.
No, both times they've scored quickly. This bodes well for their offense going forward.
Not relying much on the running game here. Those last two drives where they were seeing success, it's really been all through the air. McDaniel playing well, and Ari with 2 touchdowns on the night and trying to one-up himself from last week.
Yeah, getting close. And it's good to see a quarterback in his senior year at homecoming, putting up a big game.
A little
short kick there.
Fair catch called.
Brought down. That was number 85 for Kamiak. They'll take over at the, let's see, where are they? Spotting in about the 32-yard line.
It looks like that was Lukovic. They're the 6'1 junior for Kamiak with a smart play, just calling for the fair catch there and not trying to do too much with that ball.
Yeah, it was good awareness. Knew he wasn't in a good situation to try to get yards and doesn't want to create an opportunity for another costly turnover.
Now, it'll be interesting to see here how Kamiak and more specifically Alexander handles this situation here with 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Let's see if they try to march this ball down and get some points on the board.
And so they're going to Alexander with a lot of time in the pocket.
Oh, a huge
interception by Snohomish, running it back. He might get there, but he's brought down from behind. 30 seconds left on the clock. 2 big turnovers, the last 2 plays from Kamiak.
And that was number 51, Derek DeVries, the 6'1 senior for Snohomish, coming with a huge interception, just stepping in front of that pass and taking it downfield. It looks like the ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line here for Snohomish with 30 seconds to go. I have a chance to put up another touchdown here on homecoming.
It's exciting into this half, and a couple Kamiak players there were calling for a foul. I didn't see what they were asking for, but didn't get it. Looks like it will be marked on the 11, so first down will be at the 1-yard line. Nope, they are putting those down. Never mind. It is first and goal. 30 seconds left. Snohomish up 14-7.
And that looks like it's going to be another false start here, and that'll be on Snohomish.
And you're absolutely right about that.
5th penalty of the game for Snohomish.
First and goal now from the 15-yard line. Crowd trying to fire up their team here at Snohomish High School.
Every right to be. I mean,
absolutely.
Huge plays here just to try to finish off the first half.
First quarter didn't really go their way. The end of this quarter been absolutely stunning. McDaniel keeps it himself. Quick throw. It's caught, and another touchdown. Snohomish now up 20-7.
19. Peyton Plucker having a great. But there is a flag on the play.
Oh, and it's holding. Costly penalty there for Snohomish.
Didn't even see that flag there. Peyton Plucker with a huge reception. Quarterback put the ball right where he needed it to.
Threw a dart. Oh, they'll try it again.
Will be officially a holding call on Snohomish. Their sixth penalty of the game. That is unfortunate here, and the home crowd does not like it.
It's now first and goal from the 25-yard line. Number keeps getting bigger and bigger here.
Just when the kicker thought he had saved himself from having to take a field goal attempt here, warming up again.
McDaniel scrambling, didn't really get anywhere. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
And they will have to call their last time out of the half, it looks like. I was mistaken earlier. They had one remaining, so now they are now officially out of timeouts for the half.
And we'll be back when it resumes.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Welcome back to the end of the first half here at Snohomish High School. Snohomish with the ball. They just went up 14-7 a couple seconds ago before coming out with their defense and getting an interception on the first play. Brought the ball back down. It's had a couple penalties here, and now we're looking at second and goal from the 28-yard line.
Not your ideal situation here. Second and goal from the 28.
Way. You never want to see 28 to go in any situation.
Under
Daniels
pressure.
making something happen. Looking down the field, looking. Good block. Got past the 20, stayed in bounds somehow. Got down to about the 12-yard line before him being pushed out.
Looks like I think he actually made it all the way down to the 11 there. That's a huge run by McDaniel. He had a nice block by his receiver coming over and got the lineman that was pursuing him. And huge gain. 10 seconds to go here. It looks like they might have another chance to air one out and take a shot at the end zone before trying to bring on their field goal unit to attempt a three-pointer.
McDaniel showing off his athleticism, not just making that run, but also having the balance to stay in bounds, tiptoeing that line. And thought he was going to be out more about the 25, but stayed in, put his team in a doable position. Ball aired out to the corner. Stitch coming back to it. Looked like he came down with it. Waiting for the referees. He's celebrating. And it is a touchdown!
Snohomish.
Stitch with an impressive catch. Ball was underthrown just a little bit. Came back around the corner. Got the ball. Came down with it right on the edge of the end zone. Great catch by Stitch. Puts the home crowd up by at least 13 points going into half. I thought that was Josh Johnston for Snohomish with the catch. Misread the number. Kick is up and good. 21-7 Snohomish.
With 5 seconds to go here, they've gotten 14 points here in a minute and What is that, 1 minute and 5 seconds?
Just about that. So what an impressive into the half for Snohomish.
I mean, the half's not even over yet. I can't even count them
There
out
are
at
5
this point.
seconds left. You're right, but Snohomish's defense coming up with a couple big turnovers. They've been struggling early, but really have gotten themselves into this game with some big plays, and the offense then doing their part and getting the points for them.
Really taking advantage of the turnovers there. Kamiak with 2 so far, and Snohomish with the 1 turnover, but Snohomish capitalized on both their opportunities.
There's been 3 turnovers, or 3 loose balls so far for Kamiak. One of them they recovered themselves, but couple that with the extra penalties they've had, and they've been putting themselves in some pretty tough positions. Situations you don't want to see your team in, and especially those 2 turnovers have just been absolute daggers.
Don't see if they don't just squib it here to try to run out these 5 seconds. You never know with
Snohomish
how
coaches fired up on the sidelines. They are super excited with what they're seeing.
the whole sideline is fired up.
Can't blame them. Kick comes down. Brought in. He's got some room to run, but looks like he's running out of it. And he is wrapped up, and that'll run out the rest of the time on the clock. End of the half. Snohomish coming back 21-7.
A great finish to the half by the Snohomish Panthers there, and the crowd is really acknowledging how this team has really come out here and clawed their way back and taken a 2-possession lead here, and they are fired up. And Kamiak on the far side of the field getting a little lecture from the coaching before they even go into the locker room to express his discontent, I'm guessing.
Either way, we will be back after halftime. Again, the score is 21-7, Snohomish over Kamiak.
year's homecoming. Hill Street Dry Cleaners for tuxedos, entertainment, fireworks, and Pittsburgh Forward Motors. We'd like to thank the halftime committee of Maddie Van Eyck, Emma Jones, and Emily McLacy.
From the Bigford Ford Motors Safe Driving Program, we would like to introduce Dan Hudson for this year's drawing.
What's up, Snohomish? You all know me by now. My name is Dan Hudson. I'm with Bigford Motors, and every year we give away a Mustang to one safe driver. The program's easy. If you have a clean driving record with no infractions or moving violations, you have the opportunity to drop your name in a bucket in which we draw at the pep assembly today, and we get down to 5 finalists, which are right here. Are you guys ready? When that horn goes off, that is this year's winner, and they get to use this car for the remainder of the school year. Are you guys ready? I'm going to touch your shoulder, you're going to lift your hand and push the horn button. All right, you ready? Up in the air. All right, you ready? Horn button. Nothing. Are you ready? Go for it. And now, introducing our 2015 homecoming board. First, Jessamine Anderson. Throughout high school, Jessamine has been involved in ASB Leadership, National Honor Society, Ross, Sportsman Club, FBLA, Kind Club, One Voice, Spanish Club, Link Group, Key Club, Rake, Panther Pals, and has not one but 2 varsity letters in community service. In 5 years, she would like to have earned her bachelor's degree and be heading to graduate school to earn her doctorate in the fields of sociology, philosophy, or psychology. She also hopes to have grown at least another inch in height so that she can be taller than her mom. Jessamine Anderson, escorted by Mitchell Meegan.
Allison Baker. Allison has been involved in ASB Leadership, National Honor Society, Panther Pals, Leaf Crew, Break, Key Club, Spanish Club, volleyball, softball, and class office. In 5 years, she plans to have just graduated college and to be pursuing a job, most likely in the medical field. She aspires to live each day like it's her last and to find opportunities to continue to grow into the person she wants to be. Allison Baker, escorted by Drake Wilson.
Jessica Prentice. Jessica has been on the varsity volleyball team for 3 years and played on the JV team as a freshman. Her plans for the next 5 years include attending and playing volleyball at a 4-year university, majoring in biology, and hopefully starting a career as a conservation biologist. Jessica Prentice, escorted by Luke Kuna.
Ellie Flitch. Ellie has been a class senator for 3 years and is currently the senior class treasurer. She's played varsity basketball and tennis and has also been involved with Link Crew, Panther Pals, Spanish Club, and National Honor Society. She plans on living in Chicago and working to get her law degree so she can work work for International Justice Ministries, and then marry the man of her dreams, a 6'5" husband, and have 5 kids. Ellie Fitch, escorted by Tucker Wiggum.
Christina has been a class secretary, ASB president, SHS DECA president, cross country 2 years, soccer 1 year, tennis since freshman year, sportsman club, key club, rink club, Panther House, 4 years of DECA, link crew, and has earned a United Way varsity letter in community service. She hopes to attend a 4-year university studying business and marketing. She hopes to spend a year abroad in New Zealand or Australia. Christina Dearly, escorted by Ben Gardner.
Allison Moses. Allison has been on the SHS cheer team for 3 years. She also has been involved in Link Crew, Panther House, Kind Club, and leadership. In a few years, she hopes to be cheering at Washington State University and going to school to become a teacher. Allison Moses, escorted by Eric Jones.
Shaylee Harwood. For the past 3 years, Shaylee has enjoyed playing basketball for the school and being a Panther fan. She has also been involved in Rink Club and Honor Society. In 5 years, she plans to graduate from a 4-year university, have a job as a criminal physiologist while living in her own house with the man of her dreams. Shaylee Harwood, escorted by Jake Mulholland.
Lily Stevens. Lily has been involved in speech and debate, drama, jam club, women's ensemble, DECA, Generation Kind, ASD leadership, Key Club, Panther House, and Link Crew. In 5 years, she plans to have graduated from college with a degree in communications or marketing and to be working with people passionate about making a difference and to be well-traveled. Lily Stevens, escorted by Braden Siegel.
Nicole Hill. Nicole is involved in ASB leadership as the current ASB secretary, Panther cheer as a 3rd year and one of 2 current captains, National Honor Society, Panther House, Link Crew, Key Club as a former officer, FPLA also as a former officer, Chinese Club, Kind Club, and many other clubs at SHS, which are listed lest your MCs pass out. In 5 years, she hopes to be graduating from Cal Poly SLO or a similar college with a degree relating to mathematics or finance, and using that to pursue her career in actuarial science. She hopes to be spending her free time experiencing other cultures around the world. Nicole Hill, escorted by David Hamlin.
And now your 2015 homecoming queen, Olivia Ragland. Olivia has been a Panther House for 3 years, a Link Crew leader for 2 years, and in One Voice for 4 years. She is also a co-founder of Generation Kind and the senior class vice president. In the future, Olivia plans on going to Everett Community College and getting her AA degree. Then she wants to transfer to a 4-year college. This will give her time to figure out what she would like to do for a future career. Olivia Ragland, escorted by Colton Smith. evening Snohomish staff, students, fans, alumni, community members, and our opponents, the Kamiak Knights. This is truly an honor for me to have been chosen as Snohomish High School's 2015 Homecoming Queen, and to represent my fellow Panthers and Panther alumni. I would like to start by thanking the class of 2016. High school is filled with ups and downs. With a class like ours, school has the ups have outnumbered the downs. And I know that senior year will be a memorable one for all of us. A year filled with spirit, tradition, and Panther pride. And to the classes of 2017, 2018, 2019, I want you to know that you are loved. I played an important part in keeping our traditions alive. I would also like to thank the staff members of Snohomish High School who push us and encourage us to be better versions of ourselves in our learning and in our character. Being a third-generation Panther, Snohomish High School's history and tradition mean a lot to me, as I know they do to many of you. Traditions like Serpentine, where the community gathers to cheer and support our high school, and the homecoming game, where alumni come to remember the days of their youth and celebrate with current students, are all part of what brings us together. We are all proud to be Panthers. To me, being a Panther is having pride in what we do and excellence in how we do it. We strive to be the best we can each day, and to make our community a better place and to leave things better than when we found them. Again, I would like to say thank you to my family, friends, fellow students, staff, and community for allowing me to represent Snohomish in this beautiful year of 2015. Finally, I would like to thank the Kamiak Knights for playing us at our homecoming game. It will truly be a memorable night. Thank you, and remember, once a Panther, always a Panther.
All right, welcome back. We just finished what was probably the most impressive halftime I've ever seen at a high school game. They gave away a Mustang. There was 10 people in the homecoming court, and there was a fireworks show that was very impressive.
I am still in shock and awe.
I'm used to, these are your homecoming people. This is your queen. This is your king. The end. But wow, I gotta say, Snohomish stepping it up for their homecoming.
That was very impressive, and the team deserves it at this point.
Fireworks on and off the field.
Yeah, that you stole my joke.
I did. I know.
I'm a little upset. Now I understand why they brought the fire truck in earlier, and all the pieces are making sense now.
That does make sense, but
this team is too hot to handle at this point, so maybe the fire truck was
going back to the first half to recap for anyone just joining us, Snohomish scoring 21 unanswered points to take a lead of 21-7. 14 of those scored in the last 2 minutes of the half after 2 turnovers from the defense.
Yeah, McDaniel now with 3 TDs in the air. And
impressive night for the senior on his homecoming.
On the flip side, Alexander, their quarterback for Kamiak, has 1 touchdown and is on the ground with a quick quarterback sneak. But, yeah, like you said, after that first 7 points by Kamiak, 21 unanswered by the home team here on homecoming, and that's impressive.
It really is. And
I haven't seen an offensive performance by Snohomish this dominant in such a short time frame all season. This is quite the showing, and let's hope they can keep it up here if you're a Snohomish fan. And as a Kamiak fan, you hope they kind of dial it back a little bit, and you hope your team can really clean up those costly penalties.
Yeah, Snohomish's defense, though, has been really impressive at the end of that half. First quarter, they were getting pushed around a little bit, but only allowed 1 score and stepped up when they needed to. And all of a sudden, at the end of that second quarter, just big plays left and right. Got themselves not only back into the game, but well ahead. Little dance-off here down on the field. Impressive turn there and a dress and a cape.
Very impressive by the students and members of the homecoming court.
And they're all very well coordinated. This must be some sort of...
they've done this at the previous games, but the homecoming court being added is a nice addition. So,
Drumline going to have some fun.
Here in the second half, our predictions, I can't help but go back to them. You had predicted Kamiak 21, Snohomish 17, so that looks like it's going to be
I'm already
wrong.
done. I'm out.
But for me, I had predicted Snohomish 28, Kamiak 21, so...
Yours is looking okay. They're doing all right.
There's still a chance. If Kamiak can clean up those penalties, then might have a chance. Not saying I want a particular outcome, but getting it right would be nice.
Absolutely. Going back to those penalties, Kamiak with 8 big penalties in that first half.
8 penalties, 2 turnovers. That's not a good first half.
It's tough to overcome those sort of numbers, but they do find themselves only down by 2 scores, so still in it. Snohomish, though, ready to receive. It's the way you want to start, into half and start off.
Underway.
Bouncing ball. A little bit of difficulty scooping it up, but he gets it. Ooh, well wrapped up at the 12-yard line.
Really misjudged that bounce there and put himself back in a hole and never could recover back there.
Blockers weren't deep enough to help him out with where he was, and so not great field position for Snohomish here. They've had pretty good field position at the start of each of their other drives, so
this is their worst field position so far.
We'll see if they're able to overcome that and keep the scoring streak alive. First play is a screen out to the right. He's got some room, got the edge. Good block there, giving him the room that he needed. Finally brought down, but diving forward. It looks like he never went out of... They are marking him out of bounds. He did step him out.
Looks like he just went out about the 29-yard line. I thought he might have stayed in bounds there, but...
It looked like he did. Play continued for a little while. The refs are marking it down at the 29.
Nice job by the blockers there on the edge for a little bubble screen there, and well done, and gained, 12 yards on that play?
Good first play of the half, building off that momentum that they got going. McDaniels being really impressive, building up a really impressive performance tonight and showing why he was able to do what he did last week. But false start here.
7th penalty of the game for Snohomish. A lot of penalties going around tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it sort of balances it out at this point. Both teams struggling with that, so we'll see how that affects as the game gets deeper. Long time getting ready for the next play. Daniels gets the snap, is looking to his left. Got a player out there wide. Tries to jump the defender, but well wrapped up.
A little short gain. Looks like he gained about 3.
Wasn't quite what they needed there. Still now 2nd and 13. Will attempt to get some of those yard backs, try to get themselves into a more manageable position. Ball handed off. Not much there. Hole never really developed for him. They're having a difficulty getting something for him to go. Stitches getting to the hole hard, but there's just nothing there. And
the offensive line just not opening it up for him. And really in the first half, they didn't see much success on the ground. It was really in the air that they saw their success in their touchdowns. So let's see if they kind of get back at that and see what comes from it.
Get their offense going again. So they're doing that here. McDaniel's dropping back. He has some time. Throws it down the field as a dart. I'm not sure if he was able to come up with that completion.
And they are calling it a completion for a...
What a catch. That was number 13. That's Ty Roth, the junior.
A huge 12-yard gain there. I mean, put that ball on a dime, and receiver came up with a nice sliding catch, and nice job.
It was low thrown, and he got down to it. Very impressive. He was covered pretty well, I thought, and able to make a play. McDaniel having time and finding his open man. This time scrambling to his left. He's got some more room again. Impressive runner when he needs to be. It looks like he got first down there, so 10-yard run for McDaniel. Really got some speed.
Employing the popular read option there. You see that a lot in the pros and the college ball, and only a matter of time until you start seeing it really in the high school game, and that was an impressive read option there by the quarterback, and pulled the ball away from his running back and took it to the outside and picked up 11.
One of the things the defense has been struggling with so far is containing him, keeping him in the pocket when he decides to go out wide. This time, there was a bit of a miscommunication. Kept it himself and got about a yard. Second and 9 here. So Kamiak really struggling again. Their defense, which looked good on the first couple of drives, been put under a bit of pressure, knocked on their heels a little bit in the end of the half, and starting in this one. This time ball just a little too low for number 22. That's Riley Responte.
Responte not being a huge factor in this game today. Really a huge factor in our last game we did against Lake Stevens. So look to get him more involved this second half. But, I mean, they really haven't needed to with Plucker playing well and Stitch out of the backfield and Roth. I mean, a lot of different options for the quarterback, McDaniel.
And that one just a little inaccurate pass. This time he's got some time. Throwing it down the field. Going up and well defended.
Was that Johnston?
Josh Johnston again. Almost coming back and making another spectacular play, but the defender just bringing him down.
Couple impressive catches there in the first half. He was trying to do another nice catch there, kind of reading the ball at its highest point and getting
very
up
athletic
and
receiver and
grabbing that.
Crowd was wanting a pass interference. Was a little unhappy. Thought the defender got there too early.
I think he timed that just about right.
I think it was about right, but good play on both sides there. Ooh, that looked like that might be an offsides. Now another multiple flags thrown. We'll see what happens. They are marching forward.
It is just an offsides.
The line judge over here threw another flag. Thought he might have seen something else.
So fourth and 4 here to go.
And looks like they're going for it. Try to keep that momentum going.
You hear the cheerleaders trying to get the crowd fired up.
McDaniel is punting. It is blocked right on the line. Took a pretty fortunate bounce for him there. That almost was about a 5-yard punt, but it rolls down to the 25-yard line.
Not sure what happened there. There was a pole in my way, unfortunately. And, all I saw was the ball kicked, and then all of a sudden it just dropped. So
it was McDaniel took the snap not as far back as you would normally see a punt, and when he went to kick it, there was defenders right in his face, and a couple of them it looked like could have gotten their hand on it. I'm not sure exactly who it was. Ball went straight up, but favorable bounce puts him at reasonable field position. See if Snohomish defense can continue with getting their turnovers. Did a good job there of getting penetration, stopping the runner right at the line that was into Lecanto. We'll see how Alexander, one of the things to watch is with those turnovers right at the end and his interception, it'll be interesting to see how the Kamiak offense responds, if they can sort of get their game back, get themselves back under control, and mentally claw their way back into this game.
After that huge interception by DeStefano by Snohomish, Alexander was really beating himself up. Almost literally, he was on the ground, pounding the ground after that last interception, and knew that was all on him. So let's see if he can forget that and come out here and get his offense going.
A couple of early handoffs there to another one to Ndelicanto, who got another yard or so. It is now 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9.
A little hesitant to put it in the air, seeing as they now have had the 2 turnovers.
He did have good success on the ground as well in the first half. Both running backs, Barton and Ndelicanto, running well, so looking to get that going again as well in their first possession this half. The defense did a good job getting the stop. Alexander with the dart down the field. It is caught by his tight end, who stiff arms the defender, who just stubbornly clung onto him, drug him for about another 15 yards.
That was Responte there with the tackle. You thought he was going to bounce off with that stiff arm, but he was kind of stubborn and just kind of held on for dear life.
That was impressive by Hamilton there, running with the guy hanging off of his back, but also for Responte to hold on and make that tackle, because otherwise he was free. That would have been a touchdown. Kamiak now on the 30-yard line, a great play. Our first look in the air after those first couple runs. Alexander right back to Hamilton.
Responte really on that previous play was like, oh, I might not be able to tackle you, but I'm going to hang on till everyone else catches up. So, I mean, it'll work, but Hamilton playing well here in the second half. And
got enough for a first down there. So 2 big completions for Alexander, getting himself going.
2 much-needed completions for Alexander after throwing that pick in the second half, the first half, I should say there.
Really got his confidence back, it looks like, and playing well. Going to throw it again, this time out to his right. Ball for another completion.
That's number 16, Merkley there.
4-yard gain, puts him to the 15-yard line. So that's what you really want to see from Kamiak. They had a rough end to the half. They've come back out. Their defense did what they had to do. Their offense came on the field, driving down.
Minimal penalties.
Yeah, I haven't even had one yet. 4 wideouts here. Alexander looking for the wideout on the line.
Looking for his big tight end there, Sherbert, trying to get him back in the mix and just kind of overthrew him there. He's not that tall. He's a big tight end, but not that tall.
That was a little high.
Got to be Jimmy Graham height to kind of catch that ball.
See here?
The Seahawks tight end, just in case those who are not.
Yes, thank you, Garrett.
So nice drive going for Kamiak so far, and
they're a 3rd and a little long here though, so going to be a
the last few really stalled out though. So let's see if they can finish a drive off here and get back in this game.
Alexander fakes the handout, keeps himself, throws it out to the right. Diving tackle.
Ball's out.
That could be the second fumble for Ndelicanto.
No signal yet.
This could be huge for Snohomish.
A couple of big hits there on the running back on the outside. And
Indelicanto doing a good job of making the first player miss again, but then got hit by several Snohomish defenders, and the ball popped out. Looks like the Kamiak offense is staying on the field, though.
Yep, and they will maintain possession.
So a couple lucky breaks. That was actually the second time. Last time Indelicanto lost the ball, they were able to recover it.
Yeah, and it was yet again of him making the first guy miss and then kind of get going for that extra few yards, and the ball security is not the best. And the ball pops out. Lucky they recover that one. That would have been a huge play there for Snohomish if they would have come up with that ball. Looks like the far line judge should say fourth down.
And down marker on the field is still reading 3, but it should be 4. Either way, Kamiak going for it here. Snohomish can get this stop, it'll be big. Keep points off the board and keep their lead at 14.
Still believe it should be fourth down.
Alexander, he has a lot of time to throw. Offensive line giving him a lot. He's running to his right. He looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Tiptoes out of bounds.
That would be a close spot there. Looks like he went out right about the first down marker. And it will be enough for a first down.
Waiting for him to move the chains here. There they go. It is now first and goal from the 8-yard line. So Kamiak catching a bit of a lucky break there, being able to recover their loose ball, trying to capitalize on that good fortune and get themselves in within 7 points.
What a huge break that would have been for Snohomish.
Yeah, third turnover would have been big and really given them a lot of breathing room. High snap. Alexander doing a good job bringing it down. He's got a lot of time looking back for the back corner of the end zone.
And the ball was
almost caught, but it was knocked out. Great defensive coverage from Snohomish there. Both the corner and the safety were back.
Number 22, Responte there with a huge defensive play. It looked like the receiver had the ball for just a fraction of a second, and he punched it out.
Would have been an impressive catch. Responte was covering him really well. Ball well thrown to the back corner, but good job getting it out of the play.
So second down and goal to go. Let's see if they go back to the running game here. That's been working for him so far in this drive.
Has some success in the air as well. Alexander wants that touchdown. Throwing to his right. He's got Indelicanto open. He's going to find his way into the end zone in the corner. Touchdown, Kamiak. The Knights now find themselves back in this game.
Pending that extra point, it will be a 2-possession game. I guess it is a 2-possession game.
It is a 2-possession game. Currently, it could be a 1-possession game. Learn to count, Garrett.
That's how math works. And even without the extra point try, it's still a 1-possession game because you can get 8. So we were all wrong.
Kicker out, though. Snap is off and down. Kick is up. Looked good to me, and it is. So 14-21, the Kamiak Knights closing the gap to just 7 points. And a good answer so far this half to come back out after rough ending to the first one. Get a good stop on defense, march down the field on offense, get that touchdown. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
And we're back. Snohomish lining up to take a kick. Kamiak's just scoring a touchdown. Got the extra point. 21 points to 14. Snohomish over Kamiak.
You know, it's really a tale of each quarter so far. I mean, not Lake Stevens. I'm going to try this again. Kamiak was the better team the first quarter.
Absolutely.
Snohomish was the better team the second quarter. Looks like Kamiak's playing the better football so far in the third quarter. So we'll see if Snohomish can get back focused and get some points on the board, make another two-possession game. And
low kick bounced off his chest. Snohomish player, but he picks it up and is able to get it back across the 30. And you're all right so far. It does seem like Kamiak has the upper hand this quarter. We are only halfway through. There's almost exactly halfway through. There's 5 minutes, 55 seconds left on the clock, so a lot of time left. See what McDaniels and the Snohomish offense is able to do here.
See how McDaniel comes out here and see if we put it on the ground or put it in the air. What's your guess?
Those are usually the two options. I'm going to say they throw it. They do another screen out to the right. Receiver makes the completion and gets across the 40. So well-designed play there.
Picking up 9. So I know those are the only two options. I was just helping you out here.
So you like to see on your first down is to pick up 8 or 9 yards, put yourself into short, give you a lot of options. You can risk going deep on this next play and know you have the next one to get that yard. Player in motion as McDaniels gets ready for the snap. And they do just hand it off here. Stitch getting a few yards, 5 or 6 yards there.
Still moving.
Really pushed the pile there. That was a good run. Didn't look like he was going to get quite that much, but kept fighting, kept his legs moving. Got to about the 48-yard line.
Nice run by the sophomore there.
So good start to this drive for Snohomish. 2 plays and almost into Kamiak territory. Daniel finds Johnston, who's been big this game. 14-yard gain.
You know, it's like Johnson knew we were about to start talking about our potential player of the game. Comes up with another huge reception, I should say.
I think so far for Snohomish, it comes down to either McDaniel or Johnson. I think are the two that I would nominate for that player of the game. They've both been big. Johnston with a huge touchdown catch at the end of the half. Daniels, though, looking hot. He's hitting all of his receivers with these tight holes as he just did there, and really seems to be on fire.
Kamiak's going to start looking for that fire truck and try to cool this quarterback down.
This is going to be another timeout. So taken by Kamiak. About 5 minutes left in the half. We'll be right back when play resumes. Welcome back from the timeout. Snohomish driving down the field here. Ball on the 20-yard line. We're just talking about McDaniel looking on fire. Just hitting every pass. Really moving the ball down the field here.
You know, it's his second game in a row where he's been playing very well and leading this team and finding all the open receivers and putting the ball exactly where he needs to be.
Ball handed off here. He's got some room. That's Stitch running to his right, breaking the tackle. Touchdown Snohomish. 28 or 27 points now since giving up the first 7. Really starting to take over this game.
That was a nice run there by Stitch. Bounced it to the outside there and made 2 defenders run into each other and kind of just like walked on by after they ran into each other and found the end zone.
Good strong run, broke a couple tackles, got what he needed, and Another quick possession there for Snohomish as they
an extra point away.
Increase the lead.
Extra point away from making another 2-possession game.
The kick is good, so it is now 28-14. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the quarter here. And Snohomish really being impressive tonight. They're both on offense and on defense. They've really stepped it up. Perhaps this homecoming crowd giving them an extra little bit of energy.
It is a very good crowd on hand. There's really standing room only, which is always great to see. The fans, the alumni, students, former players, everyone coming out tonight.
Yeah, great community. Good football tonight. Fireworks show, as we mentioned. So great night out here in Snohomish.
Not only fireworks show, there's been fireworks in the field the way this team's been playing.
You already made that joke, Garrett.
You made that joke.
I did already make that joke.
I needed to make one. As we await the kick here by Snohomish.
Oh, I mean, your prediction is pretty close.
Don't bring it up.
I had to bring it up so I can jinx you. 28-14 now. Panthers on a roll.
Kamiak's offense did look good on that last drive here, so let's see if the Snohomish can come up with a big stop here and get the ball back and eat some more time off on this clock.
Kamiak did get a couple of lucky breaks there, recovering 2 loose balls. One of them, it sounded like it might have actually been a unintentional whistle that blew the ball dead, and so they got the ball back, even though Snohomish might have recovered it.
Little pooch kick here.
Kamiak getting good field position as he fights his way through out to the 45-yard line.
Snohomish trying to keep it away from the return man. Wow, Indelicato. Trying to say Responde, but it's the wrong team.
It is Friday. It's been a long week for everyone.
Indelicato, though, I can only imagine what he could do as a return man and the way he's been running tonight, so it's smart for them to keep the ball away from him.
He has been really impressive. A couple of those loose balls, but great job just making players miss and getting extra yards. You see him there.
There he goes again.
Getting through, and just right when you think they've got him down, he keeps going. Got about a 7-yard gain there, and very impressive running.
I've never seen a running back bounce off like tackles like he does.
Yeah, he really does, and especially with his frame, he's got to be a tough kid.
Not a big kid, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Alexander motioning for Indelicato to come in. Alexander keeping it. He's got a lot of time. Ball thrown down the field to Indelicato, who was like in the middle of 4 or 5 Snohomish players who do wrap him up, but
still a tough time bringing him down, even though they had 4 guys on him. He just kind of keeps moving his legs and making contact with the ground, and he just kind of takes off.
First down for Kamiak, now down in Snohomish territory. See exactly where they spot this. Looks like it's going to be just past the 30, so the 28-yard line. Big play there, marching down the field, Kamiak.
Impressive drive so far.
Once again, Indelicato getting a couple extra yards after it looked like he was wrapped up.
Really their primary focus here on this drive, I feel like they've only gone to him.
And it's such a benefit for a team when you have a running back like that who can get those few extra yards and fight for those extra inches to give you as good a field position as possible, allow you to make those other plays that they can capitalize on.
Let's see if Snohomish puts someone on him to cover him a little bit tighter and prevent all these big plays.
This time Alexander looking to the back corner of the end zone. Dangerous throw. That was number 24, Josh Johnston. Receiver for Snohomish as well. Had a good chance of getting back and getting that ball.
If he makes that interception there, I mean, he almost locks up player of the game in my mind. He had a better shot on that ball than the receiver did himself.
Yeah, it was thrown to the back corner, just overthrown. Receiver didn't have as much speed as he needed to get there.
It was interesting to see Snohomish's defense. They double-teamed Indelicato there. The linebacker stepped over to help cover and really prevented him from looking his way. That was Alexander's first look.
He did a good job of finding a secondary target, but just, as we said, overthrew it. This time, scrambling in the pocket. Made a couple players miss, but not able to get much out of it.
Looks like that was number 43, Bryce Lipke.
Better penetration that time from Snohomish, not giving him any time to find another receiver to go to.
Snohomish trying to hold bend but not break defense here.
Kamiak here now 4th and 6 to go. Looks like they're going to go for it, trying to get themselves back into this. They are down by 14 with a quarter and 2.5 minutes left. What you like to see is that aggressive urgency. Try to get yourself back into it. He's got time to throw. Receiver out to his right.
It's overthrows
threw it too wide.
So turnover on downs there for Kamiak, and Snohomish will take over here on the 25-yard line.
With how hot their offense is right now, you really don't want to see the ball in their hands. See if McDaniel's able to keep it up. So they line up for the first play of this drive. Stitch getting a couple of yards there for one of the first times I've seen McDaniel under center, not back in the shotgun.
Yeah, it's an interesting look. A little variety.
Yeah, I like it. They got 3 yards there. A decent run. It's got to feel good coming out here, getting a win last week and coming out and playing this well again for Snohomish.
Yeah, when they put up 35 against Cascade.
Ball run again. This time, no one's really able to bring him down. Got out more than enough for the first down. Close to the 40-yard line. First down for Snohomish. It was a good run. At first, I didn't think he was going to get very far, but found a little bit of room and got an extra push and got that first down.
Nice first down pickup.
Johnston coming out wide for this one. Look to see if they go to him again.
He's been old reliable tonight.
He's been phenomenal, that's for sure. Daniel is dropping back for the pass. Under pressure, buying himself some time, decides to keep it himself and dives forward for about 3 yards. Impressive to see.
Nice little run by the quarterback. Nice to see McDaniel make a smart play there and tuck the ball. All the receivers were covered downfield, so do his best to pick up a few yards. And
looks like they're marking him as only gaining 1. Thought he got a few more than that before he went out.
It looked like that second effort there. I guess he might have been out of bounds. I was right there with you. I thought he picked up 3, but guess we don't make the calls up here.
Yeah, we don't have the greatest angle to see what's going on the far sideline.
We have a whistle here.
Delay of game on Snohomish. The first delay of game penalty of the game, but another 5-yard penalty here.
The 8th on the night for Snohomish.
A lot of penalties for both teams, and
17 combined penalties between the two teams.
They've been hasn't actually slowed down either one of them too much. They've been able to get those yards back, but not making it easy on themselves.
The penalties have really hurt Kamiak more, but both teams need to work on cleaning that up.
McDaniel throwing the ball down the field. He's got Johnson open. There's nobody there. Can he catch him? He's not going to. It's going to be another touchdown for McDaniel and Snohomish. Johnston with a huge reception, getting separation on the defender and just no one between him and the end zone. 34-14 Snohomish.
Really just outran the coverage there and simply put his head down, just ran and trusted his quarterback to make that throw, and quarterback put the ball right where he needed to, and Johnston coming with a huge reception there.
McDaniel showing what he can do when he has enough time. Offensive line giving him plenty to get that ball down the field. Kick is up. High one. Looks like somebody might have gotten a piece of it, but it does look like it went through. 35-14 Snohomish. This homecoming crowd is losing their mind as their team is just piling it on here.
21-point lead here for the home team. That is not what I saw coming, especially since I predicted 28 and now I'm wrong. I'm not bitter. It's okay.
I mean, coming out is, as you mentioned, Kamiak looking like the better team for most of the first half, and then
it was really that last minute and a half of the first
half. Those turnovers really shaped the rest of this, the way the rest of this game is going. Snohomish capitalizing and just not looking back. So McDaniel improving on his stat line from last week. 4 touchdown passes here tonight. So he's matched the score from last week, but impressive couple of weeks for that young man.
And Snohomish at the 2-4 record coming in is looking to get close to 500 tonight when some kind of miracle happens here for Kamiak. You never know, but looking to improve their record, and I think they're going to get it.
And they are 2-2 in the conference, so with this win tonight, that'll move them to 3-2 in the conference. So impressive play from them.
In the top 3 theoretically here, depending on the rest of the results tonight.
Kamiak would be 3-2 as well in the conference and 4-3 overall. The kick is off. This time putting it deep into Lecanto, taking it after it bounces. Got a player in his face. Got a few yards out to the 14, but stopped well there by Snohomish. You can see is fired up now.
Everything seems to be working for Snohomish right now. Special teams, offense, defense. When it rains, it pours. And as a Kamiak fan out there, you just hope that they're going to be able to get something going here and try to get back in this game. I mean, I don't want to sound pessimistic here, but a 21-point deficit, it's a tough one to come back on.
Still plenty of time. 45 seconds left in this quarter. Still fourth quarter to go, and Kamiak's offense did look good on the last drive that they scored on. If they can do that, they can keep themselves in this. Alexander having to scramble. He's being chased and brought down. Good pursuit there by Snohomish's defense. Alexander only got a couple of yards there.
His receiver over here, Hamilton, on this near side, pretty disappointed. He had the defender beat and had a couple steps on him, and hoping his quarterback would see him and didn't. Let's hope they can connect back up and get that chemistry going like they did earlier and make a big play happen.
Yeah, I don't think Alexander even had a chance to look that way. They had a defender in his face and had to try to get out of there.
Nice pressure by Snohomish.
Yeah, bringing the pressure has worked out for them so far. Alexander this time with more time. Does get the ball down the field, but throws it behind his intended receiver.
Just not on target there for Merkley.
That was Merkley, yeah. Just a little behind him.
It looks like it will be
into the quarter. Switch sides and really feel like the momentum now is solidly on Snohomish's side. They started to take that over at the end of the first half and have not let up so far.
Yeah, everything
compiling the lead, and everything seems to be working for him. And sometimes all it takes is a couple big plays like they had at the end of the half, and you start to believe, and you start to get excited, and you get that little bit of extra effort.
That quick touchdown, the interception, and then it's just they haven't looked back since then. They gave up that 7 points early here in the half, but their offense hasn't stopped a second.
Now, in Snohomish's defense, though, I mean, that's only 14 points given up all game so far, so they've had an impressive night as well, forcing 2 turnovers, almost 4, or 3 turnovers, almost 5.
Yeah, for a Kamiak team that's been pretty potent so far on offense with 20 points their first game, 42 the next game, a low 6 the third game, but 41, 32, 35. So they're a potent offense, and Snohomish doing well to keep them at 14 so far.
And that offense in a bit of trouble here. 3rd and 9 as we start the fourth quarter. Alexander looking to get the first down, but he's sacked. Great play by number 75 for Snohomish. That's Brad Raymond getting around the corner, beating his man, and getting a hand on Alexander and bringing him down for a big loss.
Huge third down play. Now it's 4th and 17, and he's been another huge T-shirt cannon. They hit the top of the roof there on that shot. Sorry, I get distracted by flying things. Sorry about that, Phil, but 4th and 17 here in the 4th quarter, and a rare punting situation here for Kamiak.
Difficult one. Punting out of his own end zone here. Never the position you want to be in, but he gets it off. High one. Nice punt, though. Bounces back for Snohomish. It's picked up by number 22. That was Responte being well aware of the situation, realized that the only Kamiak player in the area was past it and had his back to him.
He did not
call off the bounce and ran for it. There was no fair catch called.
Fair catch. No, he just kind of waved his players off. He didn't lift his arm at all. So smart play.
The play was still alive, and so great play there. Snohomish picking back up on offense deep into Kamiak territory. So they're going to be spotted at the 25-yard line. So looking to expand on their already pretty big lead and probably put this game out of reach for Kamiak if they score here. Ball spotted on the 20. The lines on the chains on the far side were incorrect.
Yeah, you get a touchdown here, and it's a 4-possession game with under 11 minutes to go. That's pretty much unreachable.
That's pretty insurmountable. Running it here.
Little trick play.
Back. McDaniels throwing down the field. He has a wide open receiver for a touchdown. That was number 19 with the reception. Plucker with the reception.
A little trickery pulling out all the stops in the playbook tonight with a little reverse end around, tossing it back to the quarterback and finding Plucker downfield for a wide open reception.
I feel like that's got to be the dagger that ends this.
That is just a phenomenal play here by Snohomish, but on the Kamiak side, that is just a heartbreaking play here.
Kick is up.
And enough.
And it is enough to be good, so it is now 42-14. Snohomish running away with this one. And I felt for that one just as much as the Kamiak defense. I thought that was a handoff. Running it to the side. I thought they were just going to start,
I'm not gonna
run out a little bit of time off the clock. Get a few yards, run a few plays, run some off the clock. But instead, trick play for the touchdown.
I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but I saw that coming. Not going to lie. That was quite the trick play there, and you got to respect the coach for making such a bold call, and I'm impressed here with this Snohomish offense.
Well, things going so right for his team, you figure you might as well roll the dice.
I'm a little concerned here. They're lining up to shoot another T-shirt out of that T-shirt cannon, so I'm watching out of the corner of my eye.
I know things like that excite you.
Coming from my sports marketing background, yeah. Back in the day of throwing T-shirts. So Snohomish, this is their second highest point total so far in the season. They had put up 25 against Glacier Peak early on, and then they had 35, got shut out by Monroe, 7 against Lake Stevens, the game we broadcast last. They put up 65 the following week on Mount Vernon, a huge win for them. 35 last week against Cascade, and they were just running away from this with 42-14 here.
So these last 3 weeks coming up big, really turning around their season. Low squib kick. Unable to handle it, and it rolls out of bounds. Nothing seeming to go right for Kamiak. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. I think Snohomish wanting to put on an extra special show for homecoming tonight.
And they sure have.
Really haven't. Trick plays, turnovers,
Starting to see
big throws down the field.
Starting to see some cars actually leave. Some people trying to get ahead of the traffic here. I think they're feeling pretty
Kamiak fans.
Feeling pretty confident in their team.
Alexander with time here again, but it breaks down. Gets away from the first tackle. Can't escape the next two and is sacked. Unable to get the ball away.
Looked like he was getting that ball away there, but unfortunately just held on to it a little too long and ended up taking the sack there. And looked like a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, looks about that. And after he got wrapped up, made the right decision not to try to force something away and just tucked it. Took the sack, and so much defense continuing to make big plays. Ball handed off here to Indelicanto, who has some room.
Nice pickup there by the running back.
Yeah, put him into a short 3rd down position here. Got those yards back, got a good run.
Looked like he picked up about 14 or actually 15 there on the play. So huge 2nd down play to get it 3rd down and manageable. 3rd down and short actually.
That's a 1 yard that they need here for the 3rd down. Been running the ball well so far this game. We'll see if they do that again here. They don't. The screen.
Oh, ball! That's a backwards pass. That's a live ball.
That was a huge hit there from the Snohomish defender. Trying to read his number. That looks like that's number 21, Brandon Jodock.
Lucky
read
to
that
come
play
up with
well
that
and
ball.
Blew up Hamilton, the tight end for Kamiak. And as you're right, that was a backwards pass, and it was loose. So another turnover avoided for Kamiak. That's 3 so far that they've had come loose. They've been able to recover.
They have got to clean that up if they're looking to get wins in the future. You can't have almost 5 turnovers and almost double digits in penalties. Just sloppy.
Going for the 4th down here. Ball thrown. Receiver wasn't looking. I'm not sure who that was to.
I think that was towards Indelicato, and he wasn't even looking for the ball. He wasn't even ready.
He wasn't looking for it, and the other receiver overran it, so I'm not sure which route was supposed to be there, but either way, turnover on downs for Kamiak, and Snohomish with a huge lead taking over again here in the 4th.
Practicality says they try to run out the clock here, but to be honest, I don't know if the coach is even going to take that into consideration. Might just keep putting the points on.
And for homecoming, they might just try to run the score up. We'll see here.
McDaniel still is in there.
He's under center. The last couple times they've done this, it's been a running play.
Looks like he went to the fullback.
Whistle hasn't been blown yet, and there it is. 3-yard gain, so good run. Start to get some time eaten off the clock.
No need to risk anything or try anything too fancy here.
We were mentioning the player of the game earlier.
Lots of options tonight.
Lots of options, but I feel like when you have a 4-touchdown night from your quarterback with McDaniel, it's hard to go with anybody else.
All right, so is it official? Should we say that McDaniel will be our player of the game tonight, the STSPN player of the game?
I think that's a fair decision.
Try to catch up with him post game and track him down to get a picture of him, Kobe McDaniel for Snohomish.
3rd down here, not much gain on that 2nd down run. Might have even lost a yard. So 3rd and 8 here. Taking their time. Got a big enough lead. They can just let the clock run. Under center again. Kept it this time. Scrumming out to his left, but well read by Kamiak. They're not able to catch him as he gets to the edge. I'll have to see where that gets marked. It looks like it is going to be marked short of the 1st down, but another impressive run from McDaniel.
That is enough for the 1st down.
That looks like it is. So that is a first down for Snohomish. Impressive run from McDaniel, just outrunning the defense. It looked like they had it read pretty well, and we're going to be able to contain him, and he just beat him to the edge.
So with 7 minutes and 37 seconds here to go, Snohomish is knocking on the door again. Another trip to the red zone, and this offense is just potent.
Good run here, pushing the pile. Just not going down with
running
Stitch.
over defenders.
One of his best runs of the game.
And he picks up a first down. So it will be first down and goal on the 5. Snohomish is not letting up.
I think they're having fun out there. It's been a good night of football. It seemed like the game got a little way away from Kamiak with those turnovers. Snohomish capitalizing on those mistakes and building up a big lead. But overall, felt both teams played well.
Yeah,
Good moments for both. It just a few big plays in Snohomish's favor, a few unlucky bounces here and there, and that's sometimes the way it goes.
Yeah, I'd say Kamiak came out the better team and to begin the game.
They did look good starting out.
And I can't help but go back to that final 2 minutes, minute and a half of that first half that really just ultimately turned this game around. Snohomish gets those quick 14 points. They go into halftime with a lead, and they just come out and keep firing and haven't looked back since.
Kamiak's, as they push the pile, they're going to make it in for a touchdown. Referees haven't indicated yet, and there it is. Another touchdown for Snohomish, taking their score all the way up to 48. What a night for this Snohomish High School, their homecoming.
You can't ask for a better story on homecoming night.
No, you know that's what the crowd wanted to see.
And apologies, we seem to be having some technical difficulties yet again. I think the crowd is just going so crazy that it's messing with our cables, so we're working on that right now as we speak, so sorry about that.
Win for 2 there and unable to convert, so score remains 48-14.
Was it an attempt at 2, or was it just a bad snap? I didn't quite catch that.
It looked like it. But either way, Kamiak going to be getting the ball down by 34 points. Still 6.5 minutes left, though, so a little bit of time left to run out for Snohomish before this is done.
Yeah, you would hope they would have eaten some more time up on that clock that last drive, but their offense just being so successful that eating up the clock just means scoring more points.
Tell the cameraman to tell the kid to quit messing with the wires behind him.
We're going to try to get a message down to our cameraman. It sounds like someone is messing with the wires behind him, so if he could get a quick look over at him and tell him to get off of those. And he has asked him to.
Just another excited Snohomish fan. Happy you're here on homecoming night.
Snohomish taking their time to even come out and get the kickoff here. As we mentioned, Snohomish's offense scoring fast and quickly on the drives that they have scored. And their first
win at home.
it's their first home win of the season, so very exciting night. And what a win it is.
Not officially,
Or will
but
be. I saw you looking at me like that.
for a team that's been outscored so far this season, 232 to 167, this is a convincing win by this offense. And yeah, like you said, Phil, this first win at home is huge for them, and maybe this might be that win that turns their season around here late in the season. And with the upcoming games they have, let's see here, I have the wrong sheet in front of me.
Well, while you find that, Kamiak coming back out. Alexander still in the game. Throws to Merkley, who completes the catch. Gets down for the first down. 12-yard gain, so good play for Kamiak there.
So it looks like there are 3 games remaining here for the Snohomish Panthers. They have Jackson next week away at Everett Memorial Stadium. Then they'll be at home against Mariner on Friday, October 30th, and we'll have that game here on STSPN. And on November 6th, there will be a crossover game, the opponent yet to be announced.
So a few games left in the season. Another good pickup there for Kamiak. Offense looking good, not wanting to quit despite the deficit.
And with the expected win here tonight, that will put them at 3-4, so it puts them at a chance here to have a winning record by the end of the season, which would be nice for how they started.
Well, as you mentioned, the last 2 games and in this one, they've scored
65 against Mount Vernon, then 35 against Cascade.
So averaging very high numbers.
Another 48 tonight.
Alexander with a lot of time. Ball down the field low, but it was caught. Not sure how he came up with that one. That was Merkley, who will get in for a touchdown. Great catch down by his ankles. Was able to bring it up and outrun the defender for the end zone.
He really just picked that up off the turf here, and a surprising score here by the Knights. And I didn't see that coming. He barely got that away and just kind of somehow came up with that catch.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be an incomplete. Looked like he had underthrown him a little bit, but great hands and great awareness down the field.
And great route, really. And
absolutely.
Well done by the Knights here to bring them back in, expecting to hit this extra point to a 27-point game. And the attempt is up, and it is good. So the score is now Snohomish 48, Kamiak 21 with 6 minutes to go.
Kamiak really showing that they do have a lot of talent on their team, despite the way things have gone tonight. And been unfortunate with those turnovers and a couple, like I said, unlucky bounces, but it is a very talented team, and they've played well tonight. Just unfortunate to come out on the wrong side of the scoreline the way that it is.
And surprisingly, this will be Kamiak's first loss as an away team. They were 3-0 coming into tonight away from home, and so with this expected loss, they'll be 4-3 on the season. And to look at their remaining games, they'll have Lake Stevens away.
Well, that's a tough one.
Which, as we saw them against Snohomish a few weeks back, they are a potent team, and
absolutely
their quarterback, Eason, was it?
Eason.
Yeah, just signed with. Not signed,
Georgia.
I should say. He signed, but
committed.
Was announced as an All-American for the Army game, so he'll be playing in that coming up in, I believe it's early next year. So look for him out there. A great #1 prospect here in the state of Washington. Then Kamiak goes on to play Cascade. After that, they'll have them at home at Goddard Stadium, and then they'll have a Week 10 crossover game November 6th as well. So not an easy road ahead for Kamiak, and let's hope they can clean up their turnovers, clean up their penalties to kind of maintain their winning record.
And really, outside of Lake Stevens, this is a pretty tight conference. Mariner, though, also undefeated in the division, but Lake Stevens 6-0 overall.
A convincing 6-0 as well.
Absolutely. So Snohomish getting the ball again. See if McDaniel stays in or if they might bring him out for the night. As we mentioned, McDaniel will be our player of the game. 4 touchdowns. Don't know his exact yardage, but it's been impressive. A lot of big passes. Picked up a lot of yards. And it does look like McDaniel is off the field, so their quarterback in now, Brandon Jodock. No, excuse me, McDaniel's still in. We're back on the field. Second and 12 here.
Going to be hard to pull the senior off here on homecoming night, that's for sure.
Yeah, what a great senior experience for him. Coming out and putting on a display like this at the homecoming and his final year. Ball handed off here, got back to the original line of scrimmage.
And just as we said, it looks like Jodok is in as quarterback. Tricking us up here in the booth.
Understandable. Got the lead they have, and at this point, just trying to run out a little bit of the clock. No, Garrett, we're not in the crowd. We don't get to do the cheers.
But they're trucking.
And they're doing something. It's a whole lot of something going on. Flag there before the play.
Looks like someone might have moved a little early.
False start.
Oh, actually offsides on Kamiak. That puts him in double-digit penalties for the game.
That one not too costly. Still third down. 3rd and 5 here for Snohomish. And as you mentioned, this game well in hand. Snohomish up 48-21. So neither of our predictions were anywhere close.
I got Kamiak's score right so far.
You did get that. That's true. You at least got the right winning team. So you're better than I am.
Used to that.
Jodok scrambling, got away from the defenders. He's going to be able to get enough of the first down and takes a pretty big hit there at the end. But
making guys miss left and right. Looks like they had the screen set up there, and screen was not an option. So the quarterback just kind of made something happen and showed he had some wheels there.
Both quarterbacks for Snohomish showing off their speed tonight.
Jodok, the junior, promising look here for him here in the end of the game. He looks like a strong quarterback, and as a Snohomish fan, you've got to be excited for what the future looks like for the program.
Good run here. That was the number 33. That was Cameron Bonardin, the sophomore. 6'1", 205-pound running back.
Not a small sophomore at all.
As you mentioned, the future. Good size running back there. Promising thing. He got enough for a first down. So another good drive here for Snohomish with the, looks like it's second string players for both sides.
And a second string mistake right there with a false start by two guys.
But it's a good experience for both sides, getting some of those other players a little bit of game time and some experience. You never know when they might be called forward.
Good crowd still in hand. Not too many people have left early. The home crowd is...
It looks like mostly just the visiting crowd dispersing so far. Run there, going nowhere.
Home crowd supporting their team till the end, and gotta love to see that. And the team really gave them a good show tonight. Looks like the Gatorade bath just occurred for the coach, as a couple of players ran faster than they've been running all game away from the coach.
After that cold water, don't want to face his wrath.
Head coach Kai Smalley.
He's got to be proud of his team, the way they've played tonight. Going down by the 7 points early on and then fighting their way back. 21 unanswered and then really taking off. Dropped pass there. Intended for number 15, Kobe McDaniel.
Was that number 15 or was that 14?
14 is the number that I meant. Sorry, that is Kobe McDaniel. Just read the...
Kevin Lopez.
I don't have my glasses on. Apologies.
I was a little concerned they had the quarterback lined up as a white out there.
You never know. We've seen some special things. He is the punter. I mean, maybe he just does everything.
The way he played tonight, I'm sure he could do whatever that he wants. I would let him.
He's earned it. It's 3rd and 14 for Jodok, and another penalty. And
now that puts Snohomish in double digits for the night. Yes, by their backups, but still, you don't want to see that as a team to be double digits in penalties and in a game or any game, especially at home.
So even in a victory, there's always things to continue working on. Third and 19 now, so long look for Snohomish. The Panthers look to cement their victory. Couple of flags late thrown down the field there.
Might be some pass interference or a possible defensive holding call.
Did look like the receiver there was being held back a little bit, so we'll see what the official call is and where that ends up spotting the ball. There's pass interference.
That will be an automatic first down.
Ball now on the Kamiak 30-yard line. Oh, sorry, the 28-yard line.
Even better.
Looks like it is still third down. But a much shorter one, although the run doesn't go anywhere, so still brings up fourth down, but able to get another play and run a little bit more time.
So excuse me for saying it was an automatic first down. That was confused my rules between pro and high school.
It is hard to keep some of those straight sometimes between high school and college and professional, the differences.
Looks like they will keep their offense out in the field, though, for this 4th and 4.
Yeah, short field, not really enough room to punt. Might as well, as we mentioned, just keep eating that time up, just trying to make it official. Game really all but over, and another flag comes out.
They're going to take the delay a game. They took that on purpose. Run as much clock as they could.
Ball run up the middle. Good push there, but not enough for the first down, so it will be a turnover of downs, on downs.
So with a minute 39 remaining here in the game, Kamiak will take over the ball here on the 33-yard line.
Been impressed those last couple of drives for Kamiak, not wanting to give up. Last impressive drive came down and scored that touchdown to bring it up to 21 points for them. Looks like they're going to keep doing the same here.
Might as well.
Alexander does keep it. He's got a lot of time. He's got some room to run.
Makes the first guy miss.
Jukes out the defender, slides down across the 45-yard line, is hurrying, trying to get the ball to someone, looking for a referee somewhere, wants to get the next play off.
Seemed to find his receivers tonight better than he found the ref right there.
He wants to get another score before the game ends. That one just throwing it a little bit early before the receiver was coming back.
So a very promising game here for Snohomish.
Yeah, it definitely has looked good, and lots of hope for them as the season enters the later stages. They've still got a good shot of making the playoffs. Need to close out as strong as they played the last few. Kamiak in a similar situation.
Into Licata there, taking out to the edge there, and yet again making a few guys miss, and they will call a timeout here.
Playing hard until the end.
It's always good to see your coaching staff never gives up, and
yeah, players aren't giving up either. As you mentioned, Indelicato still running hard. I mean, still have some pride on the line. You got blown out a little bit, but still want to show that you can play and what you can do.
21 points, not bad.
No, it was a fine night for them.
Just really just outplayed.
Yeah, turnovers killed them is really what it comes down to.
Turnovers are key moments.
Another completion down the field to
Schubert,
the
big tight end.
playing well. He's had a good game, has had a couple big receptions and been involved blocking. Alexander. Ball down the field to Merkley.
Well caught there by the wideout.
He was covered really
like
well
the
by the
defender.
safety there. It was all over him.
I think he almost
Wrapped
got there a
him
little
up and
early.
Still came down with it somehow. I mean, very impressive players for Kamiak. And
Got a lot of talent out there. They just haven't been able to string it all together in a meaningful way tonight.
Alexander towards the sideline.
Looks like that was out to Hamilton.
Also had another player with a big game tonight. It was Hamilton.
Yeah, he played very well. I was very impressed with the wideout tonight. A lot of openings and really make the defendants work hard and yeah.
Good thought there, Garrett.
Thank you.
Early in the game, it looked like he might be the one to watch and one to take it over, but the defense stepped up. Thrown to the end zone there, off the chest of the receiver. That was number 18 for Kamiak, and unfortunately just unable to come up with it. But another well-thrown ball from Alexander to the end zone there.
I think they believe that they're going to win tonight.
It's like it doesn't work for me when you're this far ahead at the end of a game. It's got to be one when it's a close game, earlier in the game.
I think they know they're going to win. I
Exactly.
believe it's a little modest.
Into the contour of the ball, running out to the right. Well chased. Pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line, so
Just
not enough.
Ran out of room there on the edge.
Lost a few yards. So it is now 4th down. Ball on the 11.
And another timeout called here by Kamiak. I think Kamiak's going back to their principles here. Just taking a look at those before the game. Got a creed of never underestimating your opponent and marks of a champion. They have a vision as well. So this team is very entrenched in their beliefs and always fighting, never going to give up. And you can respect that, and that comes from the top. So good coaching by Kamiak and a lot of good players. And you wish this team well going forward in the rest of this season.
Yeah, both teams should be fun to watch as the season continues.
Snohomish is hitting their stride right towards the end here. And
it's a good time to get hot.
Yeah, Kamiak just kind of stood in their way, and they bulldozed right over them.
Alexander, though, looking to put up a final score before the end of the game. Got it off. Hamilton caught the ball. Again, well defended. Touchdown, Kamiak. So, I mean, that's 28 points. That's not a bad score line.
That's nothing to laugh at now.
But those turnovers, just the difference maker. It's 48-27 now.
The scoreline is not really going to tell this game like it actually was. It was much more of a convincing blowout by Snohomish. They've given up a couple random touchdowns here at the end that I think the first team defense and playing focus probably wouldn't have given up.
Kick is up and good. So 48-28 here. Much higher scoring game than either of us predicted.
That's for sure.
So just 42 seconds left on the clock for Snohomish to run out. That's all that stands between them and getting the win. I mean, with how Kamiak's been playing, not giving up, you almost expect him to do an onside kick.
I wouldn't put it past him. All it's going to take here is by Snohomish is getting this kickoff and taking 2 knees, and we all go home.
Yeah, no timeouts left for Kamiak, so unable to stop the clock again. Kamiak comes out for the last kick of the game. Or what we assume to be the last kick. I suppose something special could happen still.
You never know. Let's stick away from predictions here, Phil.
They are not our strong suit.
Not our strong suit.
We don't have a lot of strong suits, Garrett.
I'm sure Todd can find us a few.
No, he says no. He says no.
And they did go for the onside kick, recovered by Snohomish there. And with 39 seconds to go here in the game, it's just going to take 1 knee here, and that should wrap us up. So yet again, recapping. McDaniel will be our player. Possibly.
But we'll sign off here. I'm Phil Bernard here with Garrett Landry for STSPN, bringing you Snohomish football, playing Kamiak here. Snohomish getting the win 48-28 at their homecoming.
Have a great night.